No, we are now. Okay. There you go.
Hey.
Oh wow!
Hi,
There it is.
everybody. We're back. Wednesday nights here on the High Shelf Gaming channel. Where it's a surprise, as much of a surprise to us as it is to you. That's,
We never know when it's
yeah.
coming.
We're a real high energy group this evening.
Well, this is the time when everybody comes out and kind of like, oh, the world is hell, and let's take a minute to breathe. Let me just
This is
take a minute to take a deep breath and relax.
Blades in the Dark is should be called. It could be worse. The game. It could be this. It's,
Because the real enemy was capitalism all along. That's,
We already knew that, though.
Yeah.
We knew that.
So yeah, hi everybody. We're here on the High Shelf Gaming channel. High Shelf Gaming is a podcast about games and conventions and all that kind of good stuff. There was a new episode. I want to say 2 weeks ago now. Last week or the week before. Anyway, there's a new episode, and they're talking about Gen Con Online. So check that out because the event catalog comes out. I want to say next week.
It's
something
very
like
soon.
that. I got an
Yeah,
email about it.
it's real soon. There'll be the event catalog. So badges are free, and then you can sign up for stuff online and come play because High Shelf Gaming will be organizing a bunch of stuff. So
I go get my badge right now. Just kidding. Or am
and if you really want, you can go to Off-World Designs and they will send you the Gen Con 2020 online commemorative physical badge
And if
for
you go to
like $6.
crystalcast.com, you can get the Gen Con 2020 D6. Or dice, or whatever that
Got
is
it.
a
Got to
collectible.
keep the collections going. Yeah.
whatever the heck it is.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is weird to try to play Blades in the Dark when it's still light out here. So
Dan's Blades in the
Blades in the
in
daytime?
the dusk. Blades in the
yeah,
dusk.
Blades in the evening. Yeah.
And missing 2 people.
Yes, and we are very short on players tonight, so we're going to be having a very special episode, but without it being about like saying no to drugs. I don't. That's
We make up for it in personality.
yes,
Do we?
exactly. We got the hardcore players here to play for everybody tonight. That's the point here. I think maybe I don't know. Yes. So Blades in the Dark. Sort of like having a Victorian city built on the ruins of a dead fantasy civilization, where the sun's gone.
Where'd it go?
As you do. And then there's lots of ghosts. Some of them want to eat everybody, and you hide from them inside a giant wall of lightning.
Others just chill in your kitchen.
Yeah. Like I
Just hanging out.
feel like Hutch just hangs out there like making ghost tea. Like
Hope it's good tea. Need that recipe.
It's ghosty.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
You can see yourself right out of here.
Bye. Bye.
It's been a fun night, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Like, share, and
And we're
subscribe.
done.
We'll talk to you later.
That's what you get when there's only 3 of us.
Yeah, these sessions with just me and Heather are trouble. Always trouble.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine because this means that as people have figured out by looking at the overlay here, we get to hang out with like the 2 people in prison today because that'll be a good time.
How's that
so-
gonna
This feels
work?
weird.
We don't know.
Yeah, we're in uncharted territory. There are no rules for this in the book, in the precious book. So yeah. So Ethan, why don't you remind us about Demas because we haven't had him on
Who the
screen
hell's
for a
that
while.
guy?
Who even knows? I don't even know at this point. My mental self feels significantly less muscular than it did last week when we played this game. So I think that has something to do with it. Demas of House Pavlik is from Scotland, and he won't let you forget it. And he's also the spider, so he's got plans. And as we've seen these past months, the crew really must need him. Because when you leave Maribel in charge, things get kind of weird.
Things were fine until Ghost.
Oh yeah, it's great. Everything's going great.
Everything's fine.
But yeah, he's
Like
got a
every-
chip on his shoulder now and a snake on his tattoo that he didn't ask for. So that's rough.
Did we saw Maisley, right? The three of us, we saw Maisley, right?
You didn't see Maisley, but I think Satara told you, like, yeah,
She was
like
safe.
she has Maisley.
Okay.
She's safe.
He's
She
safe.
knows where Maisley's at.
Yeah,
You see,
okay.
you see Maisley in the way that you always see Maisley, which is in like this fever dream kind of
Yes.
manner.
That's just you.
Apparently, you guys too. She was in like a wall of water or something. I don't know.
Just a weird underground cavern full of water and like creepy demon ladies. Well,
Teacups.
Better
snake
snakes,
demon
apparently.
things. Then yeah. Anyway.
Maribel's great at planning. Is the upshot.
Yes. Speaking of which, Maribel is over here.
Maribel.
So, or Katrina is over here
Maribel.
as Maribel.
As Maribel. Maribel is the slide, which means she likes secrets. She's the leader of the gang, and she's also in jail because she's taken that hit. So that doesn't go to jail, because going to jail would be very, very bad for
Ohm's
everyone.
baby.
Is baby. And we couldn't find Ghost. So
Milos is in charge now, which that's
kind
dangerous.
of like, I mean, I think he'll keep the ship together.
Yeah, just the thought tentacles are maybe a problem.
He knows how to
Not
keep things
yet,
in
though.
charge. There's just something else
Not
that's like,
yet. It is
connected.
bad that you're pulling for a TPK Michael Shannon jerk. Sorry.
But let's give the
Watch
viewers
your
what they
chat.
want. All right, that's
Mike, you're not supposed to listen to my husband. No.
I just got back. Please.
come on. If there's one thing I know, it's you take direction from Oz the Great and Powerful. That's
Great and powerful
Oz the
Oz.
capable.
yes. So another shining day in Duskfall.
It's
By
very
shining, I mean like just like the light, the lamps, like
The
because
lighting.
there's nothing else. I think I feel like there's like this like montage video that's like the close-up view of Maribel's face, and then it's like Maribel with like her hat taken off, and they're taking a picture, and then Maribel where it's just shoulders up, but it's like hit in the face with delousing powder, and then Maribel all
Ugh.
wet from them hosing off the
Nah.
delousing powder. And like Maribel in like a prison uniform, and then like just bars, just like
Maribel
that's
doesn't
like
like
the end of
any of
it.
this.
Yeah.
Maribel's too pretty for prison.
Apparently not.
Shut up, Demas.
That's not going to stop anyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, here on the poorly typographically chosen the yard for Ironhook Prison.
It's yard.
The guard.
We promise.
We double checked.
Yeah, there's probably like a fence to like separate it, so you can have like the female inmates and then like the male inmates. And then, can have like, Maribel kind of standing there as like Dima's kind of like walking by the fence. It's like, oh, that's not who's supposed to be standing on that side, right? Like, how would like what's it like if the two of you end up seeing each other in prison? Like, this is not where we're supposed to
It
be.
means the gang is unsupervised, is what it means.
I think it's purposeful that they need to make contact. So Maribel knows that she needs to contact Demas. So that's a
Probably
patient.
barely recognize him at this point because he's got like the hair all down in his face, the scraggly beard.
But he's gonna recognize her.
Yeah, because she's just got here.
And doing her best not to look frightened.
Too late.
Yeah, so she is probably standing near the fence, just watching for him, something.
Something that means I don't have to pay attention to all the other inmates I'm in here with.
I mean, she'd probably have used a way to get contact to him. So I'm sure that both of them have hooked up like ways to talk to people and get what they need.
I got like a cigarette racket going at this point, probably.
I'm sure.
I've been here long enough. I gave somebody a paperclip, and then like 3 months later, they gave me back like an actual sword. It's like, all right, give a mouse a cookie, I guess.
Every 3 days, I give them a paper clip, and they heat it in their like toaster, and then they like fuse them all together.
Yeah, it's magical. It's a magical day in Ironhook.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
prison.
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 I mean, really, how do you strike up a conversation
How
with
do you
someone
how do you
in
strike up a
prison?
conversation?
Like,
How do you strike up a conversation with your lieutenant who is supposed to be taking care of the crew?
other way around. Your
He
lieutenant?
didn't
What?
say which one was which.
I think you have that backwards.
The
I'm
results speak
sure
for themselves.
that plenty of conversations happen back and forth against this fence. So
Oh, sure, yeah.
if
How many days has Maribel been here?
she's proud. Oh, like if she were gonna find Demas, she's fresh. Like this is fresh. Like
I don't think Demas would even consider helping her escape until she'd been here a week.
you asshole.
He's bitter. It's been a while.
That's not her fault.
What's she gonna do about it?
Nothing. She's not gonna do a damn thing other than try and get out. Look for resources.
So it's been a week. If that's
Yeah.
Unless the world's gonna fall apart outside if we spend a whole week in here, in which case it's like the same day. But I don't know. I don't know what Mike's
I
gonna.
mean, it's probably
I mean,
gonna
those
take.
clocks are gonna get ticked.
Well, I
think
think
it's
I think a
gonna take
week.
a period of time.
Yeah, a week still says that, like, at least for the next session, probably 2, it would still probably be Milos. Because, like, you guys are still in here doing your like, prison shenanigans, and then you're gonna get out if you break
Mhm.
out. If, when, maybe, kind of.
If this could go real bad.
You just die.
Yeah. Hey, mistakes happen in prison.
It's still a large
Yeah,
prison, so I'm sure it takes a week for us to make contact with one another at least.
it could be, yeah.
Especially with Demas just wanting to let you sit a little bit.
Okay, she doesn't think that she deserves that, but she's not going to argue because she has no real choice.
Got to make sure you appreciate the situation.
I'm very appreciative of this horrible situation. Thank you.
Isn't it terrible?
It is. It is. And
What did they give you for lunch? Was it the gray thing? Like,
and I cannot imagine how hard it has been while you've been in here.
Thank you.
That doesn't mean that we should continue to stay here.
Now's the time to get out.
I
I just wanted the apology. Let's go. I've been ready to leave this whole time. Let's go.
I didn't ask you to go to prison. We discussed this. Yeah.
Well, now you're here, so.
Yes, well, our choices were slim.
Fair.
I couldn't send Ohm.
Oh, no.
And Ghost is half dead anyway, so.
Oh. What have you been up to?
By the time it takes you a week to make contact, there's actually probably a pretty good question about, is Ghost dead?
Yeah, I don't know. I would, in between like the conversation, or I guess the fence, explain what has happened since Demas has left. Up into Skurlock and Satara.
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 Yeah.
Because that's why I'm here, is because of Satara. Because of that. So
Wow. I'm not sure what to say to that. I am sure that we need to get out of here now,
yes.
like yesterday.
Agreed. That's what I
Boom,
told-
engagement roll. I don't know. Let's go.
No more planning. No planning. Let's go.
Exactly. Everything else is flashbacks from this point out, right?
Hell yeah.
Demas has had a plan since like week 2. He just needed someone else to help him pull it off.
Well, that's why we have Demas.
Well, what kind of plan does Demas have?
Oh, it's definitely stealth.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's assault. We're
It's
gonna just
assault.
attack the prison.
No, you know that one episode of Avatar where he's like, "We need to start a riot." And I was like, "Okay," and he just picks somebody up and he goes, "Everybody riot!" And that's what we're doing. That's definitely part 1 of the plan: is start a riot.
I mean,
No, it's more like the video game A Way Out, where you just kind of sneak out through like the pipes or whatever, or the space in between the walls or whatever it is.
we got this.
We got
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, stealth. To trespass unseen. The detail being the point of infiltration. Or exfiltration, I suppose, in this point.
in this case. So A wing and B wing are a thing, right?
Yeah.
So
And it seems
we
like
would
that might
probably be in different.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like A wing is men and B wing is women, and yeah, that's kind of keep things
think-
separate where they can.
I think there's like, I'm looking at the map, and I think the best point to begin would be like this little divot on the back that's like not quite in the view of either watchtower.
Mhm.
It's like, this is where we have to start. Question is, where do they keep the paperwork?
There's also, because of my disguise skills, I probably could get into A wing fairly
True.
easily. So we have that on our side.
So yeah, I think so. Yeah, if we're gonna start a score, we're gonna do a stealth score. We need to figure out our detail, and then we need to declare load, which I think in this case the load is like just 0 because like
We
you're
gotta
not
find our
sneaking.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah. You don't have
Classic.
yeah. All your useful stuff is like back in Ohm's shop because like you stashed it there before you got taken in.
Right.
Mhm.
So we have to use flashbacks and find things. I'm starting this score with 2 stress, so it can only go well.
You have
good,
2, I
it's
have
fine.
3. We're gonna do
All
great.
fine. That's good.
Yeah, we'll just keep spending stress on flashbacks and then never spend it to do anything else.
That's like
It's
13
traumatizing.
stress between the two of you to spend. That's more than enough to.
For
More-
2 people to break out of it. Yep.
Just don't have anything go wrong and don't resist anything. You're good.
Or resist very well.
Yeah. The score.
Could we? I mean, it's probably got to be like a flashback. But Demas would have gathered information. And I've got the ability that lets me have an extra die to the engagement roll if I do that. If I can sort to gather information.
Okay.
So I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if you
mean
want to do that.
you've been here long enough that that's definitely like the kind of thing where like, oh, so tell me about doing the mail route through this part, and tell me about working in the laundry room, and yeah,
Mhm.
it's like yeah, it's not so much that we wash it. There's just like a big tank of water. We just dunk the clothes and we just give them back.
Put the delousing powder in there.
No, that's
No, that'd be a waste.
Maribel doesn't
that's-
like any of this.
That's special use when you get in here for the first time. But yeah, he can have consorted to gather information because, of course, that's what he does.
He's got to have been doing something.
Yeah,
Plans and
Something.
plans.
he's not the kind of guy who's going to sit here idle.
Also,
What's
would
the-
have mentioned Snake Lady Maisley
That
without seeing the
explains-
tattoo or anything. So that would have just
Yeah,
been
he'd be
told
like, that explains a lot. And like pushes the sleeve up where there's just like the snake wrapping around.
I thought it only affected you if she died.
She must be getting close.
Yeah. Hopefully
Just
not.
another thing to add to the list.
Mm. So we're doing a stealth, no loadout.
Yeah, so entry point, just kind of make one up, right?
Yeah.
Because like there's not like a map or anything. I'm trying to think what would be a good place. Because like so we need to get to the records where they
Mhm.
track like entry and exit from the prison. And then we don't have to get any stuff back because we didn't bring anything that we need back.
Right.
Yeah,
So we just
nothing
need records
valuable,
and then leave. Or we steal something from the warden's house and then leave.
Why would we do that?
Why wouldn't we do that? I don't know.
because it's on the map. That's
Because it's awesome. That's why. That's why we would do it.
Unless you think Demas has found out or thinks that there's some stolen information in the warden's house.
That would be.
Because you've been here long enough to like probably put those
Oh, yeah.
feelers out.
Yeah, he's been working on it. He's gonna be he's real man at this point.
Yeah.
It's like I've got a name, I've got a face, I've got an address. It's like,
So
You've
Yeah,
actually probably been like, like, oh, it's mealtime. Like, I better go hang out with the people who like tolerate me. And they're not Ulf Ironborn, but they're like members of his crew that have been like kind of picked up. Like,
yeah.
so like,
Davis definitely
there's
has
definitely,
like
yeah,
some new tattoos. Like he's got the prison tattoos, and it's all like the Skylander like, runes or whatever.
Mhm. So if Meryl doesn't have a lot of choices, so if Demas thinks that we have to hit the warden's house, then
Can we? Is there some way by making things more difficult for us that it sweetens the pot a little bit? If I'm like,
Other
oh,
than
we
us
got to go to the
getting-
warden's house, like we get more out of the score.
I mean, there could definitely be something like of coin value there. Like, even if it was information that was going to be of coin value, right? Because like, yeah, kind of like going back to like what Katrina was saying, that like, yeah, maybe there is some information there around Skovlander Consulate has been like doing some shady crap, and like the warden's kind of in on it. Just like like the other guys from like Ulf's crew that are like hanging out in here, like hanging out, like it's their choice. They just decide
It's
this was the
really-
place they want to spend time.
that's where they go.
Yeah. Oh, first choice is Hutton's, and it's but because they got all the ales. But second choice is
Ironhook.
have you ever had the
Ironhook.
Sunday brunch at Ironhook Prison? Ah, it's to
The
die from.
mealworms.
Yeah.
To die.
Yeah, we need
Um,
information on Mar Armistice.
Um,
Yeah, let's start that in.
so then it is step one a stealth score into the warden's house.
Well, we need to get the records for like.
Yeah,
Step
step
one
one would
is the
be alter the
records.
records. Step two, get what we need from the warden's house. Step three, profit.
Yeah.
Step four, leave. No.
Step 3 is leave.
We
Then
got step
profit.
1 and 2. Step 5 is profit. There's 2 in the middle there that we're not quite sure. One of them's leave.
Okay.
You just don't know in what order.
We need guard disguises. We need a dog that has been charmed over the months into not looking for us.
This is a country song
That's
now.
gonna take a little bit of stretch
all
for that
red.
one. Yeah, that's
I know someone who was in that music video.
In Old Red?
Yeah.
Wow.
We can talk about it later. It's funny.
Big Blake Shelton plan.
so. Like, I
we
kind of want to say that, like,
engage?
yeah, I kind of want to say like records are probably up here
Right.
because
Wait,
that's
people
like the
come in.
main like people come in. This is the gate when they come into the prison. That's where records are kept.
That makes sense to me.
Okay.
And you have Warden's house. That's where there's stuff about the stuff that's been the
Conspiracies.
shady stuff. Yeah, right. Like,
Okay.
and all my roll 20 controls are freaking out. Let me delete this thing, please. No, really. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, and then it's a question of like, how do you want to get out?
Let me find
I
what looks like
think
the most fun place to exit.
we could just like walk out like we own the place. Walk out with confidence. Also, no one
Yes.
ever looks at your shoes, so change those.
Bridge disguise. Or not bridge, guard disguise. Walk across the bridge.
I mean, I can probably set us up with that. At least I have the skill set to do that.
I
Like
would hope so.
dice are a thing, but you know.
Yeah. Do we still have access to the things that don't cost us any load?
It's probably dependent on which one.
Fine clothes, jewelry.
I have vial
Oh
of
yeah,
slumber
totally.
innocence and the concealed
No.
palm pistol.
Yeah, no. Like, see, like a lot of these, I don't think happen. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
Spirit
All
Bane
right.
charm?
You could probably debate your way into Spirit Bane Charm. Yeah.
See, but then how would they use the Dementors on us?
Don't confuse that with the idea that Spirit Bane Charms work, right? Like,
Yeah. This is just something you pick up for like 5 cents on the street.
yeah, they sell candles with it like printed on the side, just at the store, you know.
I always just imagine bone charms from Dishonored. They're like the carved whalebone triangle. They have like this weird smokiness to them that's like, it's probably not healthy. Probably shouldn't wear those. Yeah, I think that's good. After the warden's house, just kind of hop the fences and walk down old Ironhook Road
Yeah, I think
like we belong. Steal a cart. Grand Theft Goat.
I think
jailer's cart.
we will watch, like, get timings on how things go. Like what time does shift change, or what time does like the dead body cart go out, or whatever. Because I'm sure there is one.
Just goes right in the river.
Yeah. You know, so we just have an accurate or kind of accurate idea of when things happen. And then piece together uniforms, like guard uniforms.
We're on laundry duty and we pick like one piece out every so many days.
Yeah, this ain't happening quickly.
Okay.
But if Demas has had a plan for a while too, I'm sure that some of this is in motion.
So I would pay some stress to say some of this is already done, because Demas has been in here for a couple months. I feel like 2 days, plan was started. a week it was finished. The other month and a half, it's been like, all right,
Collecting.
I'm just gonna
Bad
polish
news
the
for my-
edges. Yeah.
bad news for my cellmate because he was the one who was supposed to get out with us. But no, sorry.
Yeah.
Is it engagement roll time?
Yes. Yes. Let's do a
Oh,
thing.
God.
Let's
Can't leave Maribel in
let's
here by herself.
see what this does. So
Tempting.
yes.
We shouldn't.
Is it? It shouldn't be.
It's a little tempting.
Didn't say it was right that it was tempting, just that it was tempting.
She offered
Um,
to go to prison for Demas initially, so you put yourself there.
And, you know, after a couple months, maybe he's like, she had a point.
I can see that.
Maybe that would have been.
This is gonna like continue to devolve into like I don't even understand why you wouldn't even get cyberware to begin with, like kind of things too. Like it's just like all the character arguments are just gonna turn into one thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's gonna be one big weird meta conversation that nobody gets all of.
The last time Ethan and I played a game together, we stole sugar. So
Sugar cane.
Yeah. Okay, point taken. That's
it's
yeah.
what we do. It's just weird stuff that we do.
Cool.
Never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, so how are we gonna try to get into the records office?
So
Disguises. We're just gonna ride this disguise thing as long as it goes, right?
I think that's
Okay.
a smart idea.
Okay. Yeah. Demas has been
I have a
Demas
friend who's a
worked his
blue coat
way.
archivist, so I have some idea of how law enforcement
Yeah. Well, and I
organizes
mean,
these
there's
things.
guards here all over the place.
Right.
Like, you see
That
them
too.
working, like walking along the top of the walls, doing the guard posts. You know, beating your cellmate. You know, all the things that you expect a guard to do here.
Beating me.
You know, I didn't
Awesome.
want to say it, but you know.
Thanks for the whiskey, Maribel. That bottle was solid. Just kind of cracks his jaw.
Fuck, I tried. All right. On let's see. I have cloak and dagger. When you use a disguise or other form of covert misdirection, you get +1d to rolls to confuse or deflect suspicion, which doesn't help us with our engagement roll, but I wanted to put it out there.
It is going to be good for this kind of thing. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, all right. So engagement. Do the thing. All right. Who wants to do the roll?
Ethan. It's his plan.
Oh, all right.
Plan. We're good. Okay. All right. So we start with 1 die for sheer luck.
Yes, we do.
Is it particularly bold or daring?
I'd
Yeah.
say so.
Yeah. Is it overly complex or contingent on many factors?
Yeah.
I don't know that it's contingent on many factors. I think it's more of like one of the other questions is like, is the target strongest against this approach? Like
Yeah,
later,
yeah.
like
that makes
so.
sense.
So I
Yeah.
think
All
we
right.
keep the 2 for now. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
Sure. The records office. No one would expect that. They're expecting us to just try to escape physically.
Who's gonna go screw around in the filing cabinets? Yeah, like okay, sure. Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations to try to keep prisoners from like getting into places that are like sensitive areas? Yeah, okay. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation? Not particularly, because
What about the master architect? Could I smuggle the map in? And have the blueprints.
we'll save the flashbacks for when it's like actual action rolls, right?
That's fair.
Any enemies or rivals interfering in the operation?
God, I hope not.
I think all my enemies and rivals are satisfied that I'm in prison. I don't think they're doing anything else.
Yeah.
Most mine are
Yeah.
dead. So,
That's also why we don't get to go to the friends or contacts one, right? Like that's,
Right.
I feel bad harping on that one for Maribel all the time, but it's also
But
kind of
it's
funny. So,
true. We
yeah.
killed
It
my
just kinda
friend and my
happened.
enemy.
Only people who are like neutral on Maribel are left.
Even some of them.
Uh, are there any other elements that you want to consider? Maybe a lower tier target would give you a die. Maybe a higher tier target will give you -1 die. Maybe there's a situation in the district or prison, in case, that makes the operation more or less tricky.
Did we start a riot? Did we start a riot to distract people?
Yes.
It worked in Avatar.
Also
Okay.
in Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's true. That's how you do it. That's like breaking out of prison 101. You start a
And
riot
his
somewhere.
leg.
You
I
need
need
the
his
guy's
leg.
leg. Whose Sparkcraft leg did we steal?
For no reason. So 3?
Just
Three?
that is 3, and I think Demas gets an
I
extra
get an
one
extra one
for
for
the thing.
sorting.
Woohoo!
4's pretty good for breaking out of
That's
prison.
really good. Yeah, like that's a real
Considering
good
we're
start
breaking
here.
out of prison. All
Step
right.
1, steal
Notes.
plans.
Prison break.
It's a break.
Ooh, a 5.
Ooh,
Okay. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's
It's Rixie.
yeah, it's we start out in a risky position. But that is, I think, you've got your piecemealed outfits together, and you go up there, you find your way up to the records office, you get up to the door, and like as you open it, there's like, oh, there's the riot, and there's like people charging past you as you're like trying to like, oh yeah, we're going that way too, and then like go the opposite direction once they pass. But like there is somebody still in the records office, and I think that's where it's risky, right? Like
Mm.
they're like there's a guy with Sparkcraft leg who still works in the records office. He's like, I'm no good trying to put down a riot. Like, might as well just stay here. Keep doing the filing. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're in a risky position to start. That was not the button I meant to click. We have a new X card macro. Okay. Um, okay, so just not making everything all light. Yeah, so
Box.
yes.
There it is. The pie of freedom.
Is that what we're calling? The pie of freedom. Why is that clock so small?
Oh, I hope the small one's the
That's
good one.
text. Mm,
Wait, so you got foresight too, right?
What?
Have you taken the foresight ability?
No.
Shit.
So where you can help?
Yeah.
You should have told me to take it when we were talking about this earlier.
I thought you'd already taken it.
No, I took calculating. Which gives
Gotcha.
us an extra thing during downtime.
That's fair.
It'll be fine.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just trying to see which of these clocks is the good one and which is the bad one, because it's the records again. Templeton.
yes. Yes. So
Mouse.
Templeton is the guard. Templeton works here in the records office. He has his Sparkcraft leg. He'll actually like greet you when you come in. Like not paying a whole lot of attention, but like he is aware you're there. Um,
Okay.
I think he may say something kind of offhand about like how this it's a good place to be if you're trying not to get involved in like the dirty work. Like yeah, if you're trying to avoid like getting into a fight in the yard, like with something like this going on, this is the place to hang out for a while.
Okay.
Like, welcome in. Like,
Let's say, or can I say, that we have some info on Templeton, kind of know like what he likes to talk about, so that I can distract him while Demas looks for records.
That sounds like you flash back to having studied or surveyed Templeton to find out about him.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Okay.
I got one in study.
I got 2 in survey.
Okay.
I also have
I
1
could
in
just
study.
I could just help.
Okay.
2 times per score, I can assist a teammate without experience.
Ooh.
How did I prepare for this? I knew who this guy was.
Can I use survey, Mike,
Yeah, right? Because
to
like you're
get the
not,
info? Yeah.
yeah, you haven't been like actively talking to him or like consulting records. You've been kind of like observing him and kind of checking out what he does. It's like, oh yeah, he comes in the morning and he has his lunch pail and he puts it in the break room and well, yeah,
Mhm.
okay, that's
Just like if he likes art or I don't know,
he has a
pigeons.
thing for like seaweed nut butter sandwiches. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't,
he's a
yeah.
chef. Risky. Standard.
Yes, it is risky, and it is standard. And
And
was it's a flashback where you're doing a thing, so I feel like that's like a 1 stress flashback.
okay, right. Stress is a thing.
That is-
Like the
I
more
forgot.
crazy you tried to do the thing in the past, like that's when it starts to cost more. But
I'm
like,
so gonna end up with a trauma, and then I get a bonus die from Demas.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm helping out
Okay, great.
because I have like I already had a book of notes on the guy when you got here.
So 5.
5. Um, so yeah, I think that's you do have some information, so like uh you can have a push on whichever the thing is where we're trying to try to fill the pie, like when you make your next roll. So either that's
Okay.
gonna be like increased effect or like an extra die or what have you.
Okay.
And then
Oh,
there's supposed to be some kind of a drawback to that. So, like, what's what's something that could go wrong in trying to do that?
Um, someone knows that I was asking.
Consequences. Oh, yeah, sorry, I was talking to myself. Yeah.
Just that someone knows that we were asking around or looking around.
Okay. So yeah, that could potentially be more heat depending on what happens. Right.
Yeah, it'll be a little easier to be like, these are the suspicious folks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did the people who come in asking for records, was there like a woman who seemed really uncomfortable and kept complaining about how itchy the clothes were?
Like she's not gonna say shit in front of Demas right now. She's really holding that together. He's not happy with her, and she's not happy about being here. To fill the clock, I'd like to use or try to fill the clock. I'd like to use sway to talk to
Mhm.
him.
Oh, then he forgets we were ever here, or forgets you were here. Or is that me? But
Yeah, but you're kind of like
I'm not talking to him.
if I take up all the room and the time, then like
You could
he
even
doesn't.
say that maybe we're looking for records for some of the provocateurs down in the riot, trying to get their files, so
Oh yeah,
extend their sentences.
it's the usual suspects up to it down there again, huh? Yeah, we knew there was going to be
Mhm.
some troublemakers. Some of them, when they get brought in, they're going to be a problem.
Exactly. Um. So, can I use cloak and dagger?
Can you hit the bell thing to give the
Bell thing.
description?
That's what it does. Okay.
Perfect.
Not the second half, but the first half.
Use disguise or other form of covert measure. Um,
You could just throw
yeah.
it off and be like, oh, could have never
I
seen this
didn't
coming.
know.
Ha! I've never been a guard the whole time. Have at you. Yeah. Like.
Awesome.
Yes.
So
Yes.
risky
Um. Yeah.
or okay. And effect is that
So it's risky
better now?
unless you want to use that modifier from like the flashback action to make it controlled.
What would be the other option to use the modifier?
You could use it to make it controlled. You could use it to increase your effect level, or you could use it to take an extra die.
Controlled, even a failure is like not that.
Yeah.
A failure
not
at
like
worst just
con-
kind of makes it risky.
So we want to do controlled.
I mean, that'd be like playing it safe, where you could push it to get greater effect if you succeed. It's just kind of
Yeah, let's do controlled. And standard.
Yep.
And a bonus die from Cloak and Dagger.
Yep. And was there a bonus die from Demas? Ooh.
no, not that time.
Well, well.
Hey, good thing it was controlled. Now it's risky.
Great.
Okay,
It does
so
say though when you sway someone. So is it like whenever you use sway?
which one said when you sway someone?
I clicked it. Click it.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, I mean, because Blades try to make that one roll like apply like kind of like a broader situation kind of scenario thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But yeah, that can apply as we're using sway kind of in general here. Okay, so he starts going for like part of the records, and I think as he's like, oh yeah, we knew there was going to be some troublemakers. We knew there was going to be some provocateurs and like da da da. I know you're up here to get the information on the ones that are like probably causing all these problems. And you're like, yeah, the files are Pavok D and Welker M. That's when he kind of like, he goes and he takes them out. He's like, wait a minute. These aren't they're not on like the watch list for this. Like,
They're
he's
new.
like,
They're newer folk.
yeah, like he's like I can see that, but like this is it's like you're asking him for something that's like kind of strange. So there's like a tick on the like catches on clock here too.
I'll try and get that back on course, but
trying to think
Um,
think of what I can do in this situation to help. That's not like foolhardy.
I think the thing that's also part of like it's controlled is like he doesn't like open the files which have like the photos paper clipped in them like
Because then you'd see our faces.
yeah. Yeah, so he's like, well, I mean, these aren't the people you're asking for aren't here in the drawer where it's like easy access, right? Like these are the people that we know we have to like reference a lot. So like, you sure these are the right people? Because this sounds kind of funny. Uh, you know, we haven't had to dig these records out before, so it's like, yeah, what does Demas do presented with that
Could
situation?
I try to use consort to kind of like just drum up a conversation on like prisoners in general? Like, oh well, I hear one of them's a political prisoner, and they're always trouble, but in more subtle ways. Probably been planning this for months.
Yes, yeah, you can try to make it like like consort is like we have some sort of connection. It's like, oh well, we're guards. We both know that people get in here and they do things and stuff and
Yeah.
bad stuff happens and
Yeah, this is probably just gonna be risky, right?
this whole thing is risky,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, there's not much. Okay, standard effect. Is 2 stress to push yourself?
2 stress to push yourself. 1 stress
We
to
are
help somebody else.
early
Yeah.
in the game, man.
That's fine. I'll do that for a bonus die. We're just gonna do it. 4.
Okay.
That's something. Saving all those 6s for later when we're really.
Because right now we don't.
So 4 with standard, 2. Um, I think he's still like he's gonna go up another tick for the like. Yeah, but this is weird. Like, I don't understand why these people would be involved. And he's like, he still hasn't like flipped it open and looked at stuff yet. Um,
Um,
but I think that also there's yeah. So one is that like he ticks up on that, and then like what we do next is going to be desperate.
okay. Um, I kind of want to do something foolhardy.
We're in step 1 of the plan, the multi-stage plan. Step 1. It's a good time.
Command him to give it to me. Like what you think, like yeah, that it doesn't make sense, but not a whole lot of shit makes sense. Like this
Can we
is
get
what
a
we were.
group action?
What?
We get a group action where it's like both of us are like, yeah, well, we don't really like it, it's kind of getting to the point like we don't have time. We need
We need
those
these.
now.
Okay. Yeah,
Like we got to get this
definitely.
done because things are going crazy down there. Like
Mhm. Do you? I have one in command.
I also have one in command. This is great.
Do you want to lead or?
I can. I can do that.
It's 2 stress, right?
Or I could help you out for free.
Let's do that.
Can you help out in a group role, or is it just like you just got to do it?
I think we're supposed to just do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Either way, how many stress do you have?
I am at 4 stress.
Me too. So it don't matter.
But I get the extra die for subterfuge still.
Okay. Yep. Do that then.
So, and you said it's desperate now, sir?
Yes.
XP.
Standard.
Yes.
And a bonus from my thing and a bonus from Demas.
No, I can't help if it's a group action. So you just get the 1 bonus.
Is it a group action, or were you dropping out to help?
Oh. However,
I think it's better that you use. I don't know.
because I can only do that 1 more time without paying stress and like the whole. So like, do we want to save that?
Let's save that. Let's just see what happens
right.
with my 2 dice. Let's just.
Because I mean, we could do a group action and give us another die, and then you're just taking 1 stress if I fail, or if I don't, then it's like.
Okay, that's fine.
And we could potentially get a crit between the 2 of us.
Okay, so let's do it as a group action.
All right.
But I still get my bonus die, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just tossing an extra die in the mix. Oh no. Okay, it's fine.
But I take a stress, right?
Yep.
But we still get the crit, right?
Yeah. No, we don't. No.
Well,
I would have to
you
roll
get the
6.
success.
I get a
Yeah.
success. Okay.
Yeah. So 6 is a full success. We're like everybody's like, look, yeah, you got a lot of opinions about like what's normal information and what's expected or not, but people are down there in the yard getting like whooped up on by rioting prisoners, and we don't have time for you to like give your opinions on stuff. Give us the damn files. And yes, with 6, that fills that clock.
Yes.
You're like, yeah, give us, take the, you kind of grab the folders out of his hand, kind of like slam the door behind you as you leave.
Sway. These people are
So
never here.
Are we editing those to put them back, or are we just tossing those in a fire?
If now with the way the conversation has gone.
Because I was thinking like the original plan was to edit it to our release date was one that has already passed. So if we're not there, they don't ask questions.
So can we say this instead, Mike, that I command him to give me the file and I start looking through them while Demas talks to or distracts him about maybe other prisoners?
Yeah, I think Demas would know who the troublemakers are and be like, go ahead and grab those 2. I think they're down there, and just like kind of have him over rummaging through filing cabinets while Maribel's doing her forgery.
I'll
Okay.
adjust them, and then they
We'll
can
just
be
put a
refiled.
3 here. Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's always gonna, when you're like in a place where there's like files like that, there's always a stack of them, of
Yeah.
stuff that needs to be refiled that no one's ever gonna get to.
Oh, that's what he was doing in here anyway. Well, like,
Gotta
yeah,
file this stuff.
y'all go out there and get out the riot shields. I'm hanging out here and, putting things away.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Cool.
So we'll doctor him, slide him back.
Cool.
Sway.
Yeah, and then we'll spend a little bit, like Demas will spend a little bit of time just flipping through some more with him, be like, oh yeah, I've seen that guy. He's a real troublemaker. And just kind of like sort of lull him back into like, this is normal. This is a normal.
Mediocrity.
I know these guys, like this is fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're able to get away with that. So, congratulations.
We did it. Now what?
Yeah. And then comes the point where it's like, are we leaving? Demas is like, no, gotta go to the warden's house.
Did he inform her of that part of this plan before now?
I don't know that he did.
Okay.
I think it's like we're on the way out, and he's like, come on, this way.
We're this way.
This way.
What for, Demas?
There's information that I need, that we need, and maybe more than a few coin in it for us.
Right. That sounds great.
I didn't sit in here for months to just get out.
Of course not. I will follow your lead.
Very well. Let's go.
Now he's like on a mission. Like now it's
I'm like, that was the small stuff. Now we're serious.
Yeah. All right, we're limbered up. We're ready to go now.
Sorry, the
next-
manacles. Hell on
been
the
fighting a
shoulders.
lot.
Probably.
So
Okay.
do we want to keep going, like me just throwing more clocks on this as like a score, or should we be considering these multiple scores? Or
I think
you guys
multiple
have an
scores
opinion
would
on
get
that?
into a lot of like there'd be just compounding heat from each individual piece and stuff like that. So I think just having like a multi-part kind of deal.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine with me.
Yeah. And just like now there's a new clock that's like get caught
Yeah.
by guards now that we're just sort of not where we're supposed to be. Yes, we gotta go to the warden's house.
So yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god.
Hang on.
Hopefully that's the bad one.
That's going to be like a generalized, like, hey, those aren't guards.
Those aren't guards.
Guards?
Do I know
Totally
you?
guards.
Yeah, right. Like that's the like general, like, so like, yeah, there's stuff that's still going to be able to stack between all these things that's going to make things dangerous.
Yes.
I'm not sure. I feel like I should put all of the Templeton catches on there, but like I'd like to put a tick on there, so I'm going to.
Yeah, because that's one guy, right?
Yeah.
That's one guy that was like,
There is some sort of like ambient suspicion in the air, but not a whole lot of it. Yeah. Okay, so yes, the warden's house. Outside the main body of the prison, but still inside like the big wall that like they can like patrol along the top of, and like inside the big tower that's over there. And then you have like the fenced wall that's farther out.
Rather than guards, is it more likely that they have servants?
how many disguises
Yeah.
All of
do
them.
we need?
All of them.
All of them. That makes
I
sense.
think.
Do you think Maribel can't pull off a quick change in prison? Come on.
Come on.
Like,
Yeah.
Then you don't know Maribel.
how deep down icky real world holes do we want to go here? I think there are there are some people who are guards around the warden's house, and then there are people who are like servant, like household staff, and then like some of those people are like it's a prison job for some of those people
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
to do that. Um,
It's like in Gold,
yeah, right. Like that's yeah,
where they work in the governor's. It's
and
a,
like all the government buildings. What the hell is going on? Anyway,
look, I'm from there and I don't get it.
yeah.
I have friends whose family works there. They don't get it either.
All right, so we'd like that to stop. Thanks everybody for just
Thanks
throwing
for
that
coming
one out
out.
there. Um,
It's
yeah, so I think out there, like you're probably able to make it from, the records area down to like where there's an exit that comes out to like this kind of outside the main prison proper type area. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there's still like the distance to cross to get to the warden's house,
it's
and then over
prowling,
at the warden's
right?
house there is, yeah, over at the warden's house there are a couple of people in guards uniforms. And because like, they're like running the siren for like, hey, there's a riot, what have you. Like there's probably a couple people out there who are like, I don't know if the servants wear like a particular uniform as much as they're just like kind of like dressed to like fill whatever role they're assigned to. Um, but
Could
like,
even say we're still guards and just be like, we need to be here because of the riot,
yeah,
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
we can.
because yeah, I think that the servant people are probably because the alarm is going, like they're still like
Probably on
they're down on the
lockdown.
ground, like hands behind the head, like this is
Yeah.
the procedure, whether we're in the yard or in our cell or out here. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. But I think we should try and maybe go around the heat. Maybe like the heat's no
Yeah, I
problem.
think maybe find an entrance where nobody will question us, sort of,
Or
and just
see
kind of
us.
like, we need to be here, sort of. I'm angling for a prowl here, that it's more like we're moving about without suspicion,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
kind of.
Yeah, I'm good
And
with
I'm
that.
cool leading that as a group action if you want, because I have 3 dots in it.
I have one,
Okay.
so that'd be super.
Cool. Um, do we have anything for that as a crew?
There is a
I think
I mean, we
everybody,
got a dot, but
yeah.
yeah.
oh, and there's the synchronized. So if you roll a 6 and I roll a 6,
Then we crit. Yeah.
it's a crit. So we're just gonna say one like risky standard kind of thing.
Yeah. Just walk casual, right?
Walk like you're supposed to be there. It really goes far.
It does.
Bonus dice 0. All right, I want to submit 5,
3.
3. Okay, I
3.
take a
Okay.
chance.
Yep.
Yep.
Um,
I think that's like getting in. The goal there was to get into the mansion, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I think I think like there is a moment where like one of the guys who is guarding it, like one of the guards who's over there is like kind of like, hey, what? You're like, no, we're like keep walking. Like, but like they do like kind of side eye you some. Like that's not procedure, but you know, he
Oh, there's a
stole
riot.
he stole the jacket of somebody who's like the next rank up from me, so like I'm not gonna fight him on it really, but like
Right.
that's weird.
It's odd. I know better
Yes.
than you. Please.
Okay.
I know more than you. Yeah. So I think we got to get. Of course, we have to get into the office, right?
Yeah.
Which is like on the 3rd floor next to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like this is like a pretty big house, like a sprawling. It probably like it sprawls out wider than it does tall. It's probably only like 2 stories tall. There's probably some stuff that's like, attic-y type things. It's not a particularly heavy use 3rd floor. Um,
Mm. I was
And a big.
thinking. Sorry, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
So could I like take a moment to survey to like see if there is, because I'm like a back way upstairs, like a servant's way upstairs, or to where we need to go. Um, I think Maribel would be familiar with like back parts of houses, or I don't know. That sounded weird.
Yeah.
I meant more
that-
like because she's rich is what I meant.
Yeah.
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 Like how rich people's houses work and
Yeah.
like where those sorts of things are like hidden.
Yeah. So that people don't see
There's
the
there's
riffraff.
yeah. There's going to be a narrow little stairway that goes up here, and then there's like a little corridor connected
The
to it. If someone
door
moves it
is
around, they'll
like
find it.
a wall panel so that like when it's closed, nobody can tell that anybody's even there. All that kind of stuff.
Do I still get a bonus die or not for
Um,
subterfuge? Not subterfuge, for the other one.
I shouldn't be scrolling that thing. It's
Cloak and dagger. Probably not, because
yeah, disguise or other form of covert misdirection.
this is more information.
We're not really trying to confuse
gathering
or
information
deflect
and-
suspicion. Yeah.
Okay. 4.
4.
Oof.
Um, one of those is a partial success. So you do, yeah, like you can figure out, like, yeah, if you go over there, there's like this little narrow door, and then like that goes into like the area where there's like goes into the kitchen and a little stairway that goes up and like curves around. It's like you got to kind of shimmy sideways up it, kind of.
Imagine you were holding trays and had to do this.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe they have a dumbwaiter for handling that part of it. Like you run the tray up and then you go up through the little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but there should be something that complicates life.
How about family member of the warden sees us?
Okay. Um, yeah, like the warden's like son or something like that, who lives here with him, who's hanging out in the kitchen as you come in. Um, probably freaks out because he realizes that he's not supposed to be in the kitchen, and you guys have seen him here. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then it kind of takes him a second to realize that like it's not so much that he was caught by staff, like the instructions are when Jimmy comes into the kitchen to get himself a snack, that's not supposed to be a thing. And then the staff are supposed to be like, no, Jimmy, get back out for telling your dad. And then he's gonna realize that like, oh, I didn't get busted by like the cook. I got busted by like guards.
I think Demas would kind of hey, listen. You're not in trouble. We're here because there's a riot going on, and we need to keep you safe, right? So why don't I take you up to your room? Kind of thing. Like you're fine, and then he'll even like go ahead and get your snack or whatever. Like trying to be like the nice guard or whatever.
I think, yeah, like you're gonna say something like that, and like I mean the sirens have been going off, and like there's probably like a servant in the hallway like lying on the ground, hands behind the back, yeah, I was that kind of deal, um, and he'll be
The
like,
cook.
oh, okay, like he's scared that like you're setting him up for something, but he also like he kind of like reaches across the table and takes like a muffin, like
It's fine.
like kind of
It's
kind of
fine.
stashes it in his jacket.
Could I don't know. Could I scrutinize him I don't even know what it would be called, but like trying to figure out something he's interested in, so that it's more of like I'm going to talk to him to distract him, because I don't want to like really convince him of anything. I just want him distracted while I walk him up to his room, so that he's like not, so he like calms down. He's like not worried about it.
I feel like that's kind of consort.
Yeah, cool. That works for me. Okay. I don't feel like there's really anything to help with that. I think it'd just be
Okay.
Do
the
you,
role
Now
of like,
is taking him up here and doing this like part of like maneuvering into position closer to
yeah,
like the office kind of deal?
yeah,
Okay.
like Maribel's about to go up the like service staircase, and then I'm gonna meet her up at the top. We're gonna like circle around. I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, it's the office is on, of course, the same floor as all the bedrooms where
yeah.
where little Jimmy is, or whatever." So is that so? Does that change things?
No, I just wanted to know so I could be like filling in clocks because
Okay.
clocks,
Yeah.
man,
Clocks and clocks and
clocks.
clocks.
Um. Okay. So just risky and standard.
Yeah.
Oh, but okay. 4 again. Oh my god. I'm gonna roll higher than 5 at some point. I've only done it once.
I think the conversation with the kid is like you're trying to be like, yeah, no, everything's cool. We're all fine here. We're just trying to take care of you and keep everything safe and happy and it kind of like keeps deviating farther and farther from like it's not what most of the guards do when the siren goes off. Like so yeah.
Little
Rather than be
Jimmy's
floundering around
suspicious.
for a con anyway,
Convocation.
I'll put two yeah, that's the word I was looking for. I'll put 2 ticks on that clock instead of 1 this time.
But we're both there at the office.
Yeah.
Yes, but you are both upstairs here. And Jimmy is like, okay. And like he's kind of like holding the muffin inside his jacket to make sure it doesn't get crushed. Uh, and he kind of like, backs away slowly into his room and you hear the door shut. And then like you hear the like little like latch.
Good. I was
It's
gonna
like,
lock him in if he didn't do it.
They're so good with
it's like
children.
It's basically she
at
ruined them for me.
least this one you're not sworn to protect. Like although I may have my next complication idea. Like
Level 3 horror! Surprise.
Let's get into this room.
Yeah, I don't know if it's locked, but I know what Demas would have found out to make this worth it is that there's like just a big file of like dirt that
yeah,
someone who runs a prison would have
yeah,
that is not only very useful, but probably worth a lot of money.
yes, absolutely.
Because
And
there's
I think
probably like the
Maribel's
receipt of keep this Pavik fellow in there for a few months extra kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I fucking knew it.
here's
sentence
like the
adjustments.
the bundle of cash with a rubber band around it and a note that's like bribe money from Scotland consulate like written on it. Like
Yeah.
like this stash of bribe money was to do one thing and this stash of bribe money was to do something else. That's
So
um yeah, I think you don't like you're not personally acquainted with the warden or anything. Like you certainly recognize his voice being in one of the other rooms that you came past downstairs where the door was closed, like having a heated conversation with somebody else who keeps calling him sir in like sort of a professional manner. So like
calm down, sir. Sir?
Sir,
we're on top of the matter, sir. We're getting get everything controlled. B unit is in there and they are going to, do the thing and have the stuff. It's like, no, it's not going to come down to the spirit wardens, sir. Don't worry about that. Like,
So let's are we going to go into this room and ransack it, or are we just going to take what we need? And I'll quietly.
We're gonna try to just take what we need, but if it takes ransacking, that's what it takes.
Okay. Yeah. I guess would it be a survey again, Mike? To kind of
I'm
look
tempted
through
to
the
say the door's
office.
locked, but that's
Okay,
me. So
that's
Makes
totally cool
sense.
too. Can we say that I have a shiv or like a pick? It's really just a thin piece of metal and then another piece of metal. Like, it ain't.
I think if there's something you could have snagged out of the kitchen downstairs, yes.
Yes, like it just needs to be thin. So
Okay.
Like took a fork and broke off some of the tines
Yep.
and bent one. Like boom, lockpick.
Yep. Just need something to be able to put pressure on it, and but I have finesse, so that's why.
Okay.
So I could roll finesse to try and open the door.
Yep.
Yeah, I got one dot in that.
I got
I'll
two.
help you.
Okay. Risky
for
standard.
free.
Yes.
So we both roll, right? I don't get a bonus. Right.
No,
I
you get a
think
bonus die because I'm helping you.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not like I've been playing this game for months. There's a crit.
There's
Just
a
a regular
success.
There's a success. You know what I meant.
It might as well be a crit the way we've been
Sixes
rolling.
make me excited. I'm sorry.
Yes. Nice to see them actually happen for a change. Yes, you're able to like take this like fork where you've like bent the tines out of the way and like you're able to reach it into here and like wiggle it around. And yeah, here. And then like this
Hi,
it
Kylan.
has these like uh um sort of like antique like glass doorknobs.
Uh-huh.
They're sort of like angular, like crystally type shaped. Um,
Yeah.
and like that's what's it has. Like it has like double doors and they open inward into this office.
Because it's fancy.
Yeah, it's got like the built-in dark wood bookshelves and like the big dark wood desk with like the green felt cover thing on top when he's working.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, there's like, the file drawers in the side of this like big wooden desk that's like carved with like leviathans or something. Because sure,
Why not?
right?
Yeah.
Um, so
All
yeah.
right, let's find what you need.
And I'll just take a look. I mean, I know what I'm looking for.
Mhm.
Just a matter of do I find it?
Okay.
Which I don't know. Would that just be like a fortune roll at that point? Because like
When you knew it was here, like
Yeah.
There's
you've
survey
planned
and
for this.
study too. Yeah.
survey and study. Okay, I have one die in study,
I have one in. I can help. I have one
which
in
is
study
to
and two in
study
survey.
a person, document, or item with close scrutiny to gather information and apply
Well,
knowledge.
and we've definitely been saying like that there is something here. So like let's give
Yeah.
you a bonus die for that too.
Okay. And I will push myself on that as well to get 2 bonus dice. Because 2 is better than 1. A 4.
God, Ethan.
Okay, so yes, you definitely do find it. Like, ransacking around through here and like digging through stuff, you do find it. Um, I think the catch there is, um, he has like one of those like the little oil lamps with like the glass.
Mhm.
Is that a hurricane
Yeah.
lamp or is that like the other kind? Like it's got the little oval base with like the wick and like the big glass cylinder that's kind of over the top. And he has one of those on the desk. Um, that I don't think it's lit because like he wasn't in here working or anything, but like in the process of like getting everything out and like rifling through stuff, you kind of like back into it and like it smashes on the ground. And you do hear somebody downstairs like, "What was that?"
You have what you need.
I think so. And he would definitely try to pull some extra just to get like some money out of this too, like stuff that we can sell, things that we can leverage.
We are
If
also
there's no-
going. We are also going to steal random stuff. Just random information,
Yeah.
like so it doesn't look like we're just grabbing this for Demas, but like just random papers.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we're grabbing the whole stack of like blackmail tomfoolery that has been going like
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I think that
indiscriminately.
you're
yeah.
you're
Like
able
we're
to just
definitely
like kind
getting
of
this.
reach into drawers and start grabbing
Mhm.
file folders and manila envelopes and stuff like that. Um,
Does he
as
have a
you're kind
fancy
of
weapon in a glass case?
I mean, of course he does. Like,
Like he
I
does, but what kind of weapon is it? Is my question.
does he have a ship in a bottle that he's been working on for a long time that we can take?
um I think on the wall he has like a military saber. And it's like a big wooden plaque thing that has like the saber on it, and then like the framed thing underneath that has like um, his like awards and medals and stuff from his time in the Imperial Army during
Oh, you
the
want
Unity
that?
War.
You want that
This will
saber.
grab that.
Okay. Um,
So that army backpack that he has, we're taking that too.
I mean, the sword is just like it's probably in a scabbard. It's just going in his belt.
Mhm.
yeah. Um, I think if you take the framed like here's his like medals and like his epaulettes are in there or something like that.
Mm.
Um, it's fairly large, and like behind it is actually like there's a safe once you take it off. Um, but you do hear like footsteps on the stairway.
Mhm. Um, that ruins that plan. We just gotta get out of here.
Do you want to try and hit
Yes.
the safe? Is there a window
What
outside?
what is the safe cracking skill? Because I don't think I have it, but
I think it's finesse.
probably be
It's probably
tinker,
finesse. Yeah.
tinker or finesse.
Tinker would be do it. Yeah.
I only got one dot in finesse. I got
I got
prowl.
two.
I got prowl, which lets us get out.
You can use wreck if you just want to tear it out of the wall. That's like
I got none in wreck on this character, but I got some
Mm.
skirmish, and I don't think you can really fisticuff a safe open.
Can we say that the window leads out to like the roof since it's like the second story, so we can skitter down
yeah.
the
Yeah. I
roof?
was I was gonna say like I think on the first floor there's like some big deck type things, and there's definitely
Mhm.
like a roof over that. Because when it's
So
raining like gritty, weird rain and frogs and whatever the hell it does here when the weather gets bad, you want to be able to hang out on your deck and not get hit in the face with frogs. So yeah, you can come out on top of that.
yeah, I said that we kind of like hide out up on the roof, kind of hidden, while we assess the next move. But while you get the window open, I'm gonna try and open up this safe.
Gotcha.
Does that sound
Yeah.
good?
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
try to
finesse it.
secure our escape.
Is this a desperate action or a risky
Yes,
action?
I
Okay.
think this is
Because we're in a
desperate.
rush. We're in a
Yeah,
rush.
like there's heavy footsteps coming up the stairs. Potentially more than one set.
Okay. 5.
5. Um,
That ain't good.
so it's
I
it's up to
mean, it's not
you.
bad.
Um, you can do it, but it takes you a while.
Okay.
Or, I mean, like you can get partway into it, realize the footsteps are coming close, and like kind of abandon the process.
Smart or dumb? Smart or dumb?
James has got like the window open, like 1 foot out. Like,
Abandon it.
come on.
Good. Okay.
Like he's like the window's open. If you want to spend the time, like we could just
No,
bolt. But like,
let's go. Yeah. I mean, potentially, if we hide out right here, and they leave to go find us, then we could go back in.
How confident are you that you can convince them that we're also looking for what is happening up here?
Oh, Maribel feels very confident that she could do that. You have just challenged her to
All right.
a thing. So what are you thinking? Because Heather doesn't understand.
Like, have us be like, hey, where's, like looking around, like, did you guys hear that? Something broke, kind of thing.
Like right outside.
Yeah,
Right.
or like even be like looking like we're investigating the room or whatever when they get there. We're dressed like guards.
True, but our guard's gonna be in the house.
If they heard something break.
We're also carrying all of his shit and his saber.
We hide them.
Oh, okay.
I- I do and don't want to find out how you hide the saber, but it's
We're just gonna hide it behind a
Well,
blanket.
no, it's
right
like
now.
it'd
Yeah.
be like it'd be
We put it
like
out on the
having
roof.
it on like a bag and like
Yeah.
shoving it under something to where it's like someone ransacked the place. We're trying to find them, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's part of the riot that's going on.
Yeah, like apparently there's some stragglers, like
Yeah.
you know.
Some people escaped through the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maribel feels confident that she could do this because it's Maribel.
This is the biscuit.
This
This
is
is the
the
one that we
Sith.
want.
This is the biscuit. This is the part where I'm just gonna keep like sneaking ticks onto the get out clock because
I think the plan is that we want to convince whoever is coming to look that it was ransacked and we need to go find them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or convince them that they need to go find them.
Yeah, that we've checked here. We're gonna see if we can find signs of who it was, but like they're on the grounds, like so.
So that's, I think we're staying. So if that's
It's like when somebody's trying to shoot you, you're supposed to run toward them because it freaks them out, and like most people can't get that shot off.
That's a weird. Okay.
That's the thing. Like if you charge an untrained gunman, they're gonna get nervous.
So yes, I guess are we gonna meet them in the hallway or be in the room?
I think like
I think you get to decide right now. Like
yeah.
Because I
So
wanna
right,
finish
like
Demas
the
is gonna
pit.
there's
toss.
feet finishing at footfalls.
Demas is gonna
stop
toss
on
the
stairs,
bag with
like
the
they make
stuff.
it.
Demas is gonna toss the bag with the stuff outside on the roof to where it's like out of sight of the windows.
Mhm.
hmm
We shut and lock the office doors and are like trying to get in to figure out what happened.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So we're outside the office doors.
Yep. And we are going to convince them to go a different way.
Okay, so I want you to also be like convincing them that that's what you're doing. Is it's like, oh, we're trying to get into check, right? Like, 'cause
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
they come up the doors, they turn the corner. It's like they might have heard the doors latch shut, and you're like, oh, it's locked. Can't get in, guys. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna sway. Desperate? Risky?
Yes. Okay.
It's desperate.
That's
All right.
desperate. Make sure we did the got your XP for the desperate finesse before.
Yep, I have been.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna be so happy at the end of this. Effective
Or
standard.
not.
I kind of want to say the effect is limited.
Not after I help. It's not.
Okay, so standard. Okay.
Ta-da! Effect is standard.
Bonus die from my skill. Cloak and dagger.
Trying
Yes.
to
Yeah. I
avoid
think
suspicion.
that does.
And then can I push myself for a bonus die?
Yes.
So it's 2 stress, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
The biscuit.
Oh, jeez.
That's what we want.
Crit.
Ask Maribel if she can do something. Of course she can.
Lie to
See, this is why
someone?
Demas is
Oh,
here. This is why
oh, I can
Demas is the
lie to
idea man.
someone. Like,
I
Demas
can
is the
lie.
idea man.
I can lie and make them think we weren't here.
Yeah.
Not the droids you're looking for. Whew, let me take that XP.
yeah, no, they come up, you convince them, like, yeah, we're locked out. We heard it too. We're not sure what it was. Must be somebody else. Heard a noise. Better go check the other direction.
And then we go back in.
Yeah, all that all
And
happens.
I
They
finished that pick that I was doing on the safe.
Finish cracking the safe.
Yeah.
fair, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think inside there it is just like there's like a few bundles of cash that are from bribe money. That's like just straight up. There's money here.
That's awesome. We like money. We like money, hidden ledgers, secret information. Love it all.
Oh yeah. See, this is what we were talking about. You know, last session we were talking about how we haven't made enough coin.
Here we go.
This is where we make up for that.
Yep. And all you have to do to keep it is finish step 3 and get the hell out of prison.
And we profit. That we get profit.
And that's fine, right? Like that's
Do we get at
luck on
least
that
a
one.
tick on that one for the crit?
I think
Just
for the crit I will take one off the those aren't real guards.
That works.
Mhm.
Because we just convinced several people that we are in fact very real guards.
Yes.
There is the thought of, do we walk out of here as guards or as like attorneys? Something else ancillary to the prison. Because we're in
Guard
the house.
and an attorney.
We're in the
Attorneys would
house.
need to be escorted out during a ride.
Makes sense. So since we're here, steal some clothes for one of us. And
I think Demas would look a better guard at this point in time.
a better guard.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna ransack the warden's wife's closet.
Get out the window.
Gotta get the dress first. Can't do it in the
what
prison.
what kind of dress do you want? Like
Not too fancy. Like it still has to be movable. Like I have to be able to get around. So just a good walking skirt outfit.
okay. I think
Kind of like what my character picture looks like.
gotcha. I think
In the finest silk, though. Like
so yeah, there's definitely like it's in like the other end of the hall from away from like where the office is. So like he can work in the office and not keep everybody up at night kind of deal. And then like the door to the master bedroom is like a double door and it's open. But lying on the floor in front of like kind of back to the sides, there's like spaces where like you can kind of assume that's like they have separate powder rooms and they have like their whole walk-in closets and stuff like that. Like this is the big master bedroom area. But um, there's two female servants who are on the floor, hands behind their back, kind of like you'd have to like step over to go into there.
Okay. I'll put my shoulders back with commanding presence and act like they mean nothing to me. And if one of them lifts up their head, I'll put it back down for them.
Demas can do that.
There we go. So
Yeah, Demas very much like heads down, doing a sweep.
Yeah, I think
Thieves about.
one of them like glances up at you as you're talking, like as you like start to say that, and like um she looks kind of pale, and then like her eyes like blink in like the wrong direction because she's got like inner eyelid kind of things going on. It's like so it's like yeah, like Takarosi handmaid assistant type person. Um, But like she looks at you and you're like head down and she's like yeah.
Um, yeah, Maribel will get changed. She's gonna put the guard's clothes like in the bag that we're now carrying. Um, not gonna leave them here and out the roof. Or just yeah.
We could even probably swap over whatever bag we had been putting stuff in into a
To a
nicer bag
nicer
from the
bag.
closet to where it doesn't arouse so much suspicion.
Mm-hmm.
Like this new bag is way less lumpy when it's full. It doesn't look like a bunch of valuables.
Mm-hmm. But the nicest bag. Like,
Oh yeah, in the like
We can
the
sell that
warden's
too.
yeah, in the warden's
can
wife's
sell
closet,
that.
it's like there's a lot of like not it's like it's fancy stuff, right? Like a fair amount of like all that
Attaché
bribe money
case.
that's coming in is going to like high-end dressmakers and
Yeah.
accessories and stuff like that. I think like on the there's like a vanity on that side of the room too, as you're like kind of like stepping over those handmaids. We're like
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, why is she wearing that? Um, like and on the vanity there's actually like a smallish bowl that has like a couple pears in it, like things that you like. Yeah, like that bribe money has been buying a lot of fancy things. Like they have fruit.
Amos would take a bite of a pear. Absolutely, not even hesitate.
Um,
And toss
has
one to
has he has
Maribel.
he has he ever had a pear before? Like
Probably. I mean, maybe like when he was young, right? 'Cause he grew up nobility, so like it's not
yeah.
completely foreign, but like you haven't had one of these in a while.
They're
oh, these are
both
fancy. I'm taking one. Yeah, what the heck? Like
so
people like
sweet.
this. Like yeah.
People eat like this? Can't
I
imagine.
am. I'm stealing jewelry
Okay.
and scarves, stuff I can put in this bag.
Okay.
Man, I
Um,
hope that the entanglement thing that we took last game was going to help.
Entanglements, arrest. Oh shit. Well, that's not even on the table, I don't think. So
no. Um,
also I
I
don't think
think
we
that
need
that
rep
def
for this, because I don't know that we're doing this as the crew, right?
Just Demas.
This is like pure like we gotta get the hell out of here and we're gonna get some money.
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree.
Well,
This
I
isn't
think
necessarily crew.
if there's no rep, there's no heat, and I
Still.
already have like heat that I was trying to
Oh,
add
that's fair.
from the
That's fair.
thing
That's fair.
before. So yeah.
Maybe we just get
Um,
a ton of it because this is kind of fantastical
yeah. I
thing.
mean, hey, that's a ballsy
We
thing to do,
still have
right?
to
Like
get
you pulled
out.
off a thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
well, let's
still
do
That's
that then.
that
need
part.
to get
Okay.
out of
Yeah.
here.
Um.
Could we take? Well, could we finish robbing this room and then could we take a break?
Yes. Yeah. I think they are starting to like little whispery hearing between the two of them there on the floor, like, why? What are the guards doing with the like they hear like the rustling of jewelry and like scarves and like you come out
They
dressed
can think
different
that
and
the
stuff like
guards are
that.
stealing it. That's fine. Mhm.
Okay.
They can think the guards are stealing. That's
Either that or they will soon be unconscious if they don't stop speaking. Teams doesn't have time for this. We got to get
Okay.
out.
we
Okay.
are still criminals at the end of the day, Demas and I. So I think stealing some extra
And
jewelry
we're
isn't
both
really
cold. We
above
have no
us.
sympathy for anyone here.
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, we see you like just like you know you keep your mouth shut and like you kind of just like drop the pear with like one bite out of it next to their heads and like head across the hall and like are you leaving through that window still or
I think we almost have to. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
we'll
because
prowl our
guards are
way.
looking elsewhere because
Mhm.
we got this side, right?
Yeah,
We got this. So if we leave through there and we're carrying a sequin bag, so we can't exactly walk past
right?
just
So
regular
I think
guards. You
the warden's office, the windows like face the prison.
Mhm.
So like you'd
Okay.
be coming out on top of the deck on the sides,
What
facing
about
the prison.
What about the
the
bedroom?
the bedroom?
Um,
Sure,
yeah,
the
the
bedroom.
bedroom's kind of on the end by that like northwest tower on the wall.
You can,
I think our idea for our exit is to I'm a guard who is escorting an important attorney out of the prison because there's a riot going on. And so it's a very like keep your head down and let's go kind of thing.
mhm. Yeah,
And
Okay.
I have a weapon now, so you can use that.
you look very imperial.
Yes.
I'm so loyal.
Exactly what Demas looks forward to, right? That's
So loyal.
yes.
I love the taste of boot.
Food, the other white meat. Okay. Um, yeah, so you can go out the window there in the master bedroom that like kind of heads out the direction towards that northwest tower instead. Um, climb your way down. Like the guards on like the deck around the warden's house aren't on like that side. Um, but I kind of feel like I'd like a something just to make sure you're not
Prowl.
spotted by the guards in
Prowl?
that tower.
Mm-hmm.
Got a prowl.
Yep.
Do we want a group action? I only have one.
Um, yes. I have one stress left that I can take.
I can take 3 stress, so
Okay,
when
you
I
can
lead.
lead.
Okay, cool. What are we at? Risky? Desperate? Risky?
Risky.
We're so good at this.
Uh,
Bonus dice. I ain't got 'em.
do I? No. Nope, no bonus die?
Not for
I don't
me.
think so.
Not for me. I don't think my.
Is this avoid? Is it specifically? Is the cloak and dagger thing specifically when you sway to avoid suspicion?
No, when you use disguise or other form of covert misdirection to confuse or deflect
I
suspicion.
think this is more just
Just
moving,
hiding,
right?
like sneaking. Yeah.
I don't think we're there yet. I'm gonna hit mine.
Fuck.
Okay.
Okay, good start.
5.
5. Okay, partial success. Maribel gets a stress.
It's fine. It's kind of hard to climb around in skirts.
Um, yeah, and I think you make it down, and like there's definitely nothing strange that happens that you don't notice. Like you're good.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so when we come back, we can figure out getting actually out of the prison and off the prison grounds. So
Cool.
10 minutes.
It's a pretty short walk over to the gate.
You just gotta get over to the main gate and get through it and then leave.
I'm
We're good at
escorting a
this.
very important
You're
person.
good. Yes, you're
Yep.
fine. Everybody knows what they're doing. We're all on
Mhm.
plan. Cool. Yeah, then we will come back in 10 minutes ish. If we go by how it usually runs. So yeah, we will see everybody in a couple minutes. Done. Okay, hi. Let's oh, let's go back to the bigger one. Yeah, there we go. We're bigger. We're on the
We're
thing.
back.
Hi everybody. We're back.
Yeah.
Let's figure out if everybody can actually break out of the big bad evil prison work camp here in Duskhall. So, yeah, you stole your records, or you doctored your records, rather. Sorry. Um,
Doctored.
yes, just a little edit here and there, and then you stopped by the warden's house to rub him blind,
Yes.
and yeah, now we gotta actually get the hell out of here.
We didn't rob
Um,
him blind. He's just got some like cataracts or something. Because
he's
there are a
got
lot of
some,
more rooms in that house we didn't visit.
yeah.
Mhm.
We went through his office. We stole all his military accolades, his sabers, secret
Mhm.
paperwork, his money from bribes, his wife's wardrobe and jewelry,
You
the
think
the
Maribel
fruit
wasn't
they
gonna
had,
take that stuff? I mean,
yeah, the fruit they had in the bowl in the bedroom. Um, yeah, and
It
now,
was a true like movie scoundrel act to take a bite of some sort of fruit and then just drop it on a surface. I really Barbosa'd that situation. It's like,
um,
oh,
yes. So, how are you gonna get out of the rest of this mess? Ah,
look out.
smell that sweet, smoky, eel-filled uh, canal scent of freedom in Duskfall.
um,
Ironhook might have smelled better.
I'm going to act scared and being calmed and helped out by this guard.
Yep. And I'm trying to get this very important person out of the prison because it's dangerous in here right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Oof. I don't like our odds on that pie.
Oof.
See, Maribel thinks the VIP is her, but it's actually Demas actually thinks it's him.
Um, yeah. So, yeah, the main gate is kind of this big arch thing when you first arrive in the prison. You kind of like get taken straight through. But there is like this sort of like doorways on either side that kind of go off to like other parts of the like the interior of the prison building. So like guards, when they're showing up to work, they don't go through the yards to get there. They go in through the side door and then they change it to their uniform and then they go about their business. Um,
Telling
so,
me that the locker room is also on the table.
um,
What's
there's probably like one of these doors on either side, and like this one is kind of meant to be like it's got a little bit larger space because it's like, oh, you can pull the goat cart through to the warden's office, warden's building. Like that other building that's kind of like a little bit northeast of the warden's house might be like a stable for like their goats and the goat cart for the warden and stuff like that. And then like the other side off of the main entranceway is probably where there is like a barracks, um, locker rooms for the guards, stuff like that.
what's the cost for a flashback?
Depends on how complicated the stuff you're doing is.
Would be get information.
On which like what kind of information and like how you getting it.
Hang with me for a second.
Absolutely fine.
So, very important person or warden side piece that you need to get out of.
I wonder if that would be in all that paperwork we just stole.
What do you mean? Like
We just stole a bunch of like blackmail info and like personal papers that aren't supposed to see the light of day.
yeah. So what if you've been charged to escort so and so out? What because of the riot, and it's a good time to like
Is this where we play What Are the Odds that that's in the paper?
well, that's why I was asking for the flashback to know that information, or if
To
it's just in the
like know
paperwork
if
that
you're
we just found.
um if you want to like do the flashback to be like trying to like dig up dirt on the warden himself for something
Mhm.
like this, yes, we can do that flashback.
Okay, I will pay a stress to study,
Okay.
study, survey. Uh,
Mm,
Could I
it's
attempt a
gather
fortune roll that
information.
it's in the paper before we spend stress to do flashbacks, like just in case we get lucky and we grab something important?
Please, please,
Because we did
please.
yes,
steal all those really nice papers. How many dice on that fortune roll?
I think just one.
Just one? All right.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Um what denotes
Side
who
chick.
is she? Who is she? 5?
5.
Um,
Your book can't help you now.
oh, it has a list of names in it. That's why I was
Oh,
thinking.
okay.
Um, I think in the middle of a bunch of it, there is like a stray letter. Oh, see, this is. I was about to go a direction that would be like interesting, but like not actually useful to you in this situation. Um, but it was a mixed success, so I don't totally feel like that's bad. But like it also would like I don't know.
Give
Um,
us whatever you want. We will make it work.
I mean, it could just
um,
the mix of set could just be a setup to like corroborate something from a flashback.
Hmm.
because I was gonna say the letter is, yeah, there's a letter. Um, it's definitely kind of scented. And it's like the return address has like no real name, but it's like Demas will recognize that as like this is the street address for like the Scotland consulate. And the letter is like,
Oh,
it's
even worse. Man, they're cheating on you in all sorts of ways.
That explains why it was
um
so easy.
the letter, it's not
It's a
quite a full
Scotland
page.
perfume.
It says a bunch of stuff without really saying stuff. Like there's a lot of implied stuff between the lines here. And it's signed like, looking forward to meeting with you again soon, Christoph.
Is that who it's signed from?
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it to somebody or from somebody?
It was to the warden from Christoph.
Oh. That's complicated. I'm not dressed fancy.
It's okay. Like, people in power tend to have just side hustles all over. So, sure, it's not just one person. Um, so we know that's addition to the other consulate stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
That's some more blackmail information, I suppose, if you're really gonna go that direction. So
yeah.
That's money, baby. That is money.
Yeah. How about I spend the stress to get info? Is that cool?
yeah.
Can I survey that?
Yes.
Gather info. Risky and standard, or it's a flashback?
Yeah. Risky and standard's good. Bang.
6.
Yes. I think you didn't even spend all that much time here in the prison. But one of the things that you did pick up on, because like you were keeping an eye on stuff that was going on, you were keeping an eye on people coming and going, especially people who show up and like don't come through the main gate. They go through that side thing. That's the direction of the warden's place. Um, um, every couple days, his wife's family would come to visit. Specifically, like his sister-in-law and like nephews and like nieces would come. Um, and every once in a while, like just his sister-in-law would come visit. Um,
Sounds about right.
it's like,
It's like Hamilton.
yeah,
Drama.
oddly, these are days when like, his wife had
His
gone off
wife
to like
is out
Brightstone
shopping.
shopping. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All those fancy dresses come from fancy dressmakers somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. Um, then those are the names that we'll use if we need to.
Okay.
To help sell that deal when I have to sway here in a little bit,
Yes.
or Demas has to consort here in a little bit. One of the two.
We'll go with Lizette for that. How's that sound?
Lizette, yes.
Eliza.
So close. 2 more days. 2 more days.
Oh yeah,
Hamilton's on
watching
Disney
day 1.
Plus. Hell yeah.
Kyla doesn't listen to musical soundtracks until she's seen the musical, so
Wow.
it'll be her first time hearing. Period. That's off topic.
I hope she
We're stalling.
I'm in the same
We're
boat. But
stalling.
yes, moving on.
So I guess
Go
when we
ahead.
get up, when we get, well, I think Demas would speak first, but if I have to speak, then I can sway and I will end up having 2 bonus dice as well. So I'll have 5 dice.
So I think we're gonna need both of us to finish this
Yeah, for
bad boy
sure.
out. So I think part of that is gonna be Demas consorting with the guards and like gossiping as they get our cart ready.
Right, because we're gonna steal a goat and a cart, right? Forgot.
We gotta have something. We have to get out of here, right? So it's like, yo, she's here. The warden's gonna be really mad if you don't help her out. You know how he gets.
Yeah.
You know.
Lizette doesn't walk home from here. She lives
No.
like up in like the good part of the city. Yeah. That's
Of course not.
Yeah, so there's gonna be the consorting where it's also like gossiping, like, can you believe this guy? Like that kind of thing.
definitely.
During
Okay,
a riot, he's worried about his side chick.
And it's like I heard his wife was even out this time. Ugh. That's wild.
Yeah.
So do I do that first?
Yeah. Let's just hit that one first.
Yeah, we're just gonna do it.
I can help for 1.
Do you have it?
I have 1 stress.
Okay, I'll take it.
I'll help you. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're selling this whole deal with your disguise and
I'll have
everything.
5,
So it's
yeah.
like, all right, bonus die. 2 5s.
Hey, at least it's a 5.
Wah, wah.
Okay, 5. So that is 2 ticks on the clock.
Oh boy.
Okay.
And I think it's not so much that like you tip off the those aren't real guards clock. Although I guess that's where I am gonna end up tracking it as much as um it's not protocol for anybody to leave when it's like, mid riot kind of thing and the sirens are coming. And um the warden's family typically there's a panic room in the warden's house. So the idea that
Yeah.
this person is leaving now instead of going into the panic room is like confusing to them. So I guess that
Yeah,
does go on
we gotta sell this narrative that like the wife is home and that it would be bad if her sister was also found in the home, to where it's like she can't go in the panic room.
Yeah.
Like that's the narrative we're running here.
That's the story. We're sticking to it. Okay.
If both of them are in the panic room, someone's gonna start asking questions.
Yeah.
As to why she was there in the first
kids
place.
There, yeah. Okay. I will attempt to sway.
You got
Okay.
like 5 dice coming on this bad boy.
I do, yeah. Position.
I kind of want to say desperate.
I'm okay with desperate.
Is that cool? Okay.
You got to start fighting if this goes bad, right? Like,
yeah,
this is the one.
This is it. Yeah. The effect is standard.
Yes.
Okay. So I have 2 bonus die. Is there devil's bargain?
I don't have a devil's bargain with a good consequence as much as devil's bargain is Lizette.
I love it.
Like,
Mirabelle.
yeah,
Mirabelle is always
they're
just
they're
tossing around other people's names. I mean, come
they're
on.
the family that lives in like the mansion next door to Welker Manor. Like,
I mean that the
um,
consequence would wash out to more heat, right? Because when they're talking about these weird folks that just kind of marched through the gate, like yeah, Lizette was there, and then Lizette, what does she look like? And then it's like this whole thing, right?
Zed was here. She wasn't. Yeah.
Right. So I will take it.
Okay.
Is that a good idea, Ethan? I don't know if that's a good idea.
Nothing's a good idea at this point in time. Whoa, what does 3/6 get us?
It's the devil's crit. 3/6 gets you completely the hell out of Ironhook prison.
Yes.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Oh yes.
You know, they said
And
it couldn't be
sway.
done. Yeah.
And sway.
Hit. And you have the sway thing. Yes.
And they
You
somehow don't
talk
even
your way
remember
out of.
that Lizette was there.
It's like, oh yeah, like Lizette was here, wasn't she? I didn't see her, so I don't know what was going on. Like, yeah, that's.
Maybe it was the warden's other side piece.
You sure it wasn't Kristoff?
It was Kristoff. Yes. Oh my god. Oh, I get an XP from that too.
Yes.
Bam.
Oh.
So we got a goat and a cart and a
You
storage.
get a goat, a cart, a bag full of
And a goat and a
riches.
cart. Yeah.
That couldn't have gone better.
You got jewelry and scarves. You got money from the warden's safe. You got his saber. You got his
And
military
all of his
stuff.
military accolades. Sell them or burn them.
You got papers for
Blackmail.
blackmail.
So much blackmail.
Yeah.
That blackmail is
so,
going to be like at least our next 5 scores. It's just working through our blackmail.
yeah. Once we figure out Sitara and Ghost, then like yes, you have a lot of blackmailing to do. um.
I want to. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So you're able to like get that goat cart and like you don't like totally like floor it out of like that up between the gates to like leave the whole way, but like we're not gonna like take it slow and easy. We're gonna pick up the pace here.
There's a riot about. Someone got outside the gates.
Yes.
Right.
You can head up Ironhook Road. Actually, I believe goes into Char Hollow directly next to like the Scovlander pub. Like it goes past it.
Yeah, I think we just want to. I'm sure we know of a safe house that's not associated with
Yeah. So like
either of us
you
or the faceless.
I think we
Yeah.
got chill. I think we got bunkered down with Ulf.
I was at least putting it more in a frame of like you cross this bridge and then like you're definitely in a place you're familiar with.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What if we did though? He's a pal, and he would definitely appreciate us just like.
Because that's another person that knows. Well, but that's the whole heat rep thing, right? So like,
right.
Maribel's just gonna follow Demas on this.
And like who would think that we would stop immediately on the other side of the river, right? Like when they're looking for us, they're gonna be like heading like, oh, we know they are in Crowsfoot, and they're gonna sweep the hell out of Crowsfoot. Yeah. Well,
we did a real good job.
That's true. We did.
No, they're like he was taking the go kart to take her back to Brightstone. That's
Yeah.
Oh,
my god, Ethan, we did it.
Let's give you a bunch of XP. Yeah, like that's.
We gotta do entanglements and stuff, right?
Yeah, we got to do all the after the score, right?
Holy
so,
shit.
Payoff. The crew earns 2 rep per score by default. If the target is higher tier, take +1 rep per tier higher.
What tier is the prison?
I don't know if Ironhook's ever actually listed out as being like a particular tier or not.
It's just supposed to be the big scary thing that you don't ever go to.
But yeah,
No, Ironhook Prison is listed as a faction. It's an institution that is tier 4. Okay, so that's
Yes, it
two rep.
is.
2 rep for base, +2 because it's tier 4.
Are you keeping track of this even?
Yeah,
I'm scratching notes here.
And you too.
Hang
Okay.
on.
I'm
Yeah,
doing it
I'll
on
fill it in a
my
minute.
character sheet, but like I'm also got the other one open because I've got to.
Yeah.
I mean, a crew advancement we didn't even use that we haven't even done, or at least the XP tracker's full.
On your sheet or our sheet?
On the regular.
I think we've filled it. I made a note to take the +1 upgrade.
+1 upgrade. Plus upgrade tier.
Is it the tier that we didn't do? Or
No, the tier
We'll
we
figure
did
it out.
too. I don't know. I think I messed up some sort of notes that should have gotten cleared out. Yeah. Okay, so there's 4 rep for the score. And I feel like it's worth a 5th because, like, come on, Ironhook. So we'll
I
put
think we
5
agree.
there. Yeah, right. Oh, no, don't give us extra stuff. How dare you? You also earn a coin based on the nature of the operation. A minor job, a small job with a strong box, a standard score with decent loot, a big score with serious loot, or a major score with impressive loot.
I think it's pretty impressive.
Last one.
Okay. So that one's just labeled as 10 plus coin.
Do I roll 2d6 and add it?
Well, yeah, because I'm like trying to okay, we have thing. Like is 12 sound okay? Like
So sounds pretty
I mean
dang good.
that's assuming that like you liquidate all the we don't keep the saber, we sell it. We sell off
Yeah,
his
no, we
military
sell it.
craft.
We
We sell
sell
all
all the.
we
Yeah.
fence the jewelry, we fence all the
Yeah.
like the clothes, the scarves.
So that fills up the crew coin as well as Demas.
Are we filling up the crew coin? We should probably fill up the crew coin. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So once it's full, does it immediately go to vault?
We don't have vaults.
Only if you
So,
buy the vaults upgrade, yeah.
so
What about
12,
on us?
12 fills up all of ours. Like it fills up the crews, it fills up Demas's, and it fills up Maribel's because it's 4 for each of us.
Right. What I'm saying, if it's when it's full at 4, do you get one, or is it when you roll over to go into your stash?
If it's full at 4, then they go 1 for 1 into stash.
1 for 1 into stash. Okay.
Yeah, when you put it into stash, every coin becomes 1 stash. When you take it out of stash, you lose half of it.
I also get 2.
Yes, because you've
Additional.
got your extra, your duber.
Yes.
Oh, that feels good. Oh, it feels good to make money.
Right.
Okay, so that
So
was
good.
the payoff.
Man,
There
I
it
went
is.
from no coin, 1 in stash to 2 coin and 5 in stash.
Okay, step 2, heat. After a score or conflict with an opponent, the crew takes heat. +1 for a high profile or well connected target. I think that's fair to call
Ironhook
one.
prison, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
We had
warden.
one extra from early on and 2 from a devil's bargain.
Yep.
Okay, so that's gonna be +4. So was it smooth and quiet with low exposure, contained with standard exposure?
I would
Like
go
it
contained.
wasn't loud and chaotic or wild. Yeah.
I think at the most contained, I would even maybe argue for smooth and quiet because we had very
Or smooth
limited
and
exposure.
quiet.
Like the people who saw us, a servant, little Jimmy, some guards, like
But we successfully talked our way out of things for the most part.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
no one actually knows that we personally left.
Yeah.
So like I think smooth and quiet is good.
Okay.
Smooth and quiet.
So smooth and quiet is 0 by default, so it's just the +4 from other stuff.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
So we just get 4 heat? Is that what?
Yep.
Wow.
4 heat for breaking out of
Broke.
prison.
Just go-
Okay, so entanglements.
Roll twice and we choose.
Mhm. Oh, I need that for the
Yeah.
book.
Do each of you want to throw a
Sure.
each of you want to just throw up? Just feel that way?
A little
Just
bit.
sorry.
I'm very
Little
Do
bit.
do
nervous.
do each of you want to make a fortune roll for the entanglements with 0 dice?
Is that how
Then
many
we can
dice we
we
have
can
for entanglements? Oh yeah, no,
the
wanted
you
level.
roll
So
your
it's
roll
based on
dice equal to your wanted level. Yeah, and wanted levels cleared back out because Maribel went to prison for,
Mhm.
a few days.
So it's just a fortune roll 0 dice?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a 2.
3.
And a 3.
I think those are both in the same
Yeah, those are both the same
thing.
one. So, the Bluecoats grab an NPC member of the crew or one of the crew's contacts to question them about your crimes. You tell me how they got out of Ironhook.
Have you seen them? No.
We haven't even seen them. Whoever gets picked up is like, I don't even know where they are.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I mean, who would they pick up to question?
Probably one of my friends. Because I've been in Ironhook the longest, so I'd be a bit more conspicuous to no longer be in Ironhook,
Okay.
right? Um,
Is it a friend or one of the crew?
it's an
An
NPC member of
yeah,
the
an NPC
crew,
member
right?
of your crew or one of the crew's contacts to question them about your crimes.
What about
Who'd
So I feel like the one that kind of makes sense to me, and I know we haven't actually went to talk to her yet, but Salia's an information broker. So I feel like they'd be like, if somebody got him the information to get out, like it would be her, even though Demas never talked to her about this.
did we ever have a conversation with her? Like there was somebody who like ran like a spice shop or something. And I forget which NPC that
That
was.
was for though, I think.
That was like Ohm's rival, who's an alchemist.
No, there
Maybe.
was like a woman from the Dagger Islands who ran a shop that was a front for something else, but I forget what it
That
was.
might have been. I don't know. It's been so.
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah. I mean, if it happened and it was that character, it's deep dive territory. So,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
um, yes. So yeah, they can take her in because yeah, she's an information broker. Of course, it makes sense. Um, so you're tier 2. Can you make me a fortune roll with 2 dice? And that's see how much they talk.
You gotta do
Who's
that.
doing that? You doing
Or
that?
well, oh sorry, it's either make a fortune roll, which tells us how much they talk, which is either +2 heat, +1 heat, or no heat if it's a 6, or pay the blue coats off with 2 coin.
We can afford the heat, right? Because we're
Well,
about to go into downtime, right?
yeah, and you and I can
Yeah.
clear it.
That's probably what Demas and Maribel would do before they go back to the crew is make sure that the
Clear
heat
heat.
dissipates because it
Yep.
was just them that caused
Mhm.
it, right? So it's like it's not the crew's fault. So
Yeah, I see our clearing heat and getting rid of our stress.
yeah, clearing heat, indulging vices are
That's what
downtime
we're gonna do.
after this. So
Okay.
so
So yeah,
2
somebody
dice
gets to
then.
make 2 die fortune roll. Yeah,
Good, Ethan.
My friend, take one.
5. Okay, so they do talk some, and there is +1 heat from that.
Okay.
It's 5, right? Oh,
It's 6 now.
well, I just clicked it.
It was
Oh,
4.
okay.
It was
Okay.
4 from the score.
It
Yeah,
was 4 from
I thought it
before. You
was.
had already clicked.
I
Okay.
thought it was mine.
We're all
There's so
messing
many.
with the same character sheet. All right, cool. Yeah.
Do you
So
have to
that's
roll to get out of prison
entitlements.
now? Like we have to do
I
that.
I feel
think.
like
Do we?
Demas is still needs to do it because like he was in there and it covers
Uh,
like, did he accomplish anything in there?
But he did.
right.
He did
Yeah.
accomplish
Well, I
something. He
mean,
escaped.
Well, no,
he
there's
did
like
accomplish something,
claims
but
in
also
Ironhook
like
that you can
Oh, okay.
pick up and stuff like that.
yeah.
But
So
what this also
It could potentially give me a trauma.
I was gonna, but can we clear heat first? Because that affect it too?
No, it's a fortune roll based on the tier of the crew.
Oh.
All right.
I mean, Maribel could
Notes.
do it too. Maybe you'd end up having 2 prison claims.
Don't tempt me, Mike. Is it just it's just a die roll?
Got a 6.
Got a 6. You do your time well. Your crew gains 1 prison claim and +1 faction status with a faction that you assisted while you served your time.
Wolf's folks.
Yeah.
Because they also helped me get out.
Yeah.
I imagine if anyone was going to start a run it.
Ulf Ironborn. +1.
Also, the amount of drinking that occurs in that pub
Yes.
between Demas and Ulf after that.
And yeah, you
Probably
get to pick.
Where
get-
are the claims? I don't think it's on any sheet.
It's
in
on page
Roll20.
1. Yeah, I don't think it's in Roll20. It's on page 149 in the book.
I'm gonna go grab my book.
I'm gonna roll for it, Mike.
You can do it.
It's only
can do
fair,
it.
So.
Come on. You were only there for a week, but you're a mover. You're a shaker. You might have
But-
gotten something out of it.
But also, it's Maribel, so if something's gonna happen, she's gonna come out of this with a trauma. So it's 2D.
Yes. Oh.
That's the trauma.
Yeah.
Is
It was horrific. You suffer a level of trauma from the experience.
I think it makes sense. Does that clear my stress, or do I just get one? Do I just get a trauma?
I think every time you take a trauma, you clear your stress.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yay.
Hmm.
I will debate on what that trauma should be.
Okay.
I didn't have to roll on it, but I did.
I'm trying to think.
Well, see, Demas could take one that'll help next time. Because,
Right.
I mean, if there were a next time, and you had a cell block under your control, then like you never take trauma from it. So
Does it have to be next to like prison, or can I just pick any one? Like, does it have to be connected? Because there's like the little connected boxes, right?
I'm trying to see.
Because it looks like my only 2 options would be smuggling or guard payoff at this point, since we haven't done anything. And cell block control seems like a really big reward to just get right off the bat.
Yeah. No, I think you're right that you're supposed to be following the lines on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with. It would have been nice to have some stuff to break out with, but like normally when you do Ironhook stuff, you don't need load, right? Like, how often are you supposed to be doing scores inside Ironhook?
Yeah.
Is the thing. So I think guard payoff is the one going.
Okay.
The right one. So then we just need an allied claim and then cell control. We'll go down that little path. Go get it.
Trauma.
That's your third? Second. Oh, okay. Oh, you just swapped. That's what it was.
Yeah, I went cold. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to do just XP stuff, or do we want to try to do rolls for like vices and stuff like that?
I think we could do those pretty quick
I
because
think,
we still have like
'cause it's just
20
Yeah.
minutes.
Okay.
It's just us, and we're gonna have to kind of work back up to this point in time, right?
Yeah.
In the next couple
Yeah.
sessions. So
Because yeah, Demas and Mirabelle are now like ahead of the timeline for like the main set of stuff that's going on. So
Mhm. Yeah, that works. That works. So we get +1 die to clear heat
Okay.
because of something. What
Oh.
was it?
And I give us an extra, one of us, an extra downtime action.
Yeah, I might need it to clear my stress.
cool.
All right. So how do you reduce heat?
You tell me what action it is that you're taking to go out and
Right.
reduce the heat on crew.
I think Demas is consorting, telling tales and things like that, and you
Okay.
know, just sticking around that bar right by, and like, oh, you know, I heard that when those fugitives came out, that they went this way, and he's got Ulf helping him, so they're kind of holed up in there.
Gotcha.
It's my new best friend, buddy. So consort. That doesn't matter. Bonus die because of slippery.
3.
That's just one.
That is, yeah, that is 1 heat.
So we undid what Salia did.
I can, I think, to reduce, to reduce heat from us, like maybe putting some fancy letters out about what's her name, the
Lizette?
warden's Lizette.
Yeah.
Just kind of to deflect onto maybe some new rumors in town. You know.
Okay.
So I'm thinking us way.
Yeah, I think we have enough information now that we can start making things up that make sense.
Yep.
You know, like as a group. Because you got to sprinkle in truth with all the lines. Ooh, a 6.
Yeah, 6. And that is 3. So you're down to
Oh,
1
you forgot
heat.
your bonus die.
I had a bonus die.
Yeah, everybody gets. We have slippery, so when we roll to reduce heat, you get a bonus die.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Fine. Okay. Still only 3 heat off. All right.
So we're down to 1.
1.
Yes. Doing good. What else do you guys do now that you're like back on the outside? Have the time to breathe.
He just indulged my vice. Maribel doesn't, but Demas does. I need to go see about this snake whatchamacallit thing, right? And what else do I do to see about that but drink special
Why
water?
don't you just drink your special water first?
Yeah.
Maybe not worry about the other thing.
Well, no, like that's how he's going about it, right? Because he can see things. He's seen the snake before, right? When he drank the water, so
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
give him some insight into the situation.
Isn't it reasonable that you need to be watched? Because like you kind of came out of it in like a weird stupor last time, right?
Always.
And randomly made it back to to the hideout.
That always happens.
Right, but now you're we just broke out of jail.
It's fine. They've already almost forgot that we did it. I only have 1 heat.
Did you know what else Maribel was gonna do here?
Not yet, no. So
Okay. Okay. I mean, we could go to Demas then, because I think there's the grotto with like the exposed water and the docks there. Put your little coin on the corner, and they give you your little stub of candle to light your way down to the bottom. Take your little sip of water, sit back on the stone bench. All the candle burns out finally, and like you start to see flickering lights, and it's the huge black snake thing with like the flickering of lightning inside the eyes and the mouth. It's like, yes, I think it's time we talked. I kind of want like the scene to like fade to black there, but like I also don't want to cut you off. If there's something that you did want.
Yeah,
So,
Demas would just kind of be like, ah, Satara, I hear. Like, and he'd just be like, oh, so you're Satara. Wonderful. And then just sort of fade out from that. Like, yeah, that's good enough. I know what I need to do.
Indulge that vice.
Indeed. No bonus dice on that. I need to get the functioning base thing. Be a cool little special ability to have. Then I can go up or down
Yeah.
too. It gives me some little wiggle room on my voice.
Where everybody else keeps overindulging.
6.
6. Nice.
That puts me down to 2 where I started this session.
Yay.
Ta-da.
Happy with that.
Can you put us on the clock sheet?
I can, but I refuse. This
I don't know.
one.
I needed a new one.
Hmm?
I needed a new clock. I had one that was like full already because I figured out who set me up and then went to prison. Out of actions though.
I think sorry, I'm reading. I think I want to train as one of my actions. In the prowess field.
Okay. You get 2 if you do prowess.
Okay. But it's 2 of the little bars, not the dots, right? Yep.
Right. It's 2 of the prowess XP dagger shapes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You're gonna fight with Ulf too.
No, it's going towards prowl. I think I'd get my ass kicked. Thanks. Yeah, I think it's more just watching and learning, like how to like be in the shadows, like just
Spending a lot of time
figuring it
trying
out.
not to draw attention to yourself in prison. The
Yeah.
worst week and a half of your life.
Yep. Not happy. And then we have 1 action left, even, but either of
Yep.
us can use. I just don't think it's appropriate for me to do my downtime action or my what's it called? The clock.
Oh, your long-term projects.
Yeah, my long-term project because I'm kind of not supposed to be here.
That's fair. Yeah, don't know. What are the options?
Indulge
Pages up.
vice, train, reduce heat, recover, long-term project, acquire asset.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I kind of want to, if I could, get the ball rolling on my next long-term project.
Okay.
Because Demas now wants Mara's head on a nice little platter. But he wants it in a way that is more socially crushing because he's trying to destabilize the consulate as a whole. So I think he's looking for a way to set that up. Like he's looking for like kind of weaknesses in the relationship between the consulate and the empire that he can later exploit to implicate Mara Parstis and he kind of wants a nice public execution be his preferred outcome. So that's what he's looking for. That's what he's looking for. And
I'll just mark that deal with Marikars this.
mm,
And I feel like if you're working up to like that kind of level of stuff, that it's kind of a pretty big
yeah,
clock.
because I mean, he's looking for ways to make that happen that he can act on later and work in such a way that where it's beneficial to the crew as well.
Okay.
So that might be finding somebody who wants her job, who would be ever so grateful. Like it's that kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if he can have this consulate in his pocket, then he can get his house's land back and all that kind of stuff. He doesn't want to be in charge. He just wants to be in charge of the person who is in charge. So
I just want to be able to tell the guy in charge what to do. Yeah.
right.
I don't want to be on the org chart. Just
Yeah, that might even be a second clock is to get the guy that he wants in, but the first step is to get Mara out. But it's like finding the way to do that, step one.
Roll the dice.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this first one I almost want to say is more of like a prowling type action where he is sort of sneaking around trying to find things rather than talking to people to get things.
mm-hmm.
It's more like doing like some dirty work to get some stuff instead of like high society because he can't really do that right now anyway.
Right.
So it's kind of flying under the radar kind of thing. So we will call that a prowl roll. Do I have anything? I think I have. That's only if I can sort. That'd be the same amount of dice. 4.
Okay. That is 2 ticks on the clock.
All right, we got the ball rolling.
Yeah. Right. Hey, it's a quarter of the way there. Right. Okay. That's all the downtime actions then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's give everybody XP. Let everybody go. Okay. Not the faction worksheet. I want the crew. Okay. At the end of each session, for each item below, mark 1 XP or 2 if it occurred multiple times. Did we execute a successful espionage, sabotage, or theft operation?
I would say so.
Yes. Did we contend with challenges above your current station?
Lots of.
Yes.
I think it's fair to
Couple
mark
of
that one
times.
twice. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
We were so savvy.
We did a real good job of being savvy.
We knew
Yeah,
so much stuff.
You were either savvy or there's like a bold going on there somewhere or something too. So,
Yeah. Because it was like, so we're like, I think bold for breaking out of Ironhook prison, savvy because we were sitting on a mountain of black men.
did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew?
I think we got at some of that little inner conflict there. Well,
yeah. Someone's in charge and someone's the lieutenant, and everybody seems to have a different idea of which one is which. So yeah.
Not about everyone, but just me and Demas, maybe.
I think someone forgot how things were before Demas went to prison. I think is what happened.
Okay. So I think that was full from before when it was supposed to get the upgrade, and I don't remember if we took the upgrade or not. I thought we did.
I don't remember what we took. Because I only see I don't really see anything new over on the layer stuff. Because we took 1 for secure and 1 for workshop like a while. Right? Or we took like quarters or something.
Yeah.
but we haven't taken anything since then, and we didn't get any new abilities after Slippery. So I think we're like
I
missing
thought
something.
Slippery was the one that we just got.
Is it? It
Yeah,
might be.
because we had to have.
No.
Because it was
I
like
think
you weren't
I think
here.
Slippery or Synchronized were ones that got like debated a couple times.
Yeah.
Mm,
And we ended up with both of them, but I didn't know if there was like
Oh.
one other thing. Because I think we were talking about getting vaults last time too.
mhm.
If you want, we can just not decide on that and then go back and
Yeah.
watch. Because we'd have talked about it at the end of like last stream.
Yeah.
Hold off on that and just mark off how many XP we get.
Yeah, I mean it was full.
Yeah.
So then it's like
Oh, okay, so we got
I mean, the note says +1 upgrade, so
maybe.
yeah, I'm just not sure if that was from like because we had the time where like we triggered an upgrade when Ethan was out, but Casey was still here before he left, and then
Mhm.
when everybody flip-flopped to their vacations, then like we
I
chose
think
one, and I don't remember what it was. So
I think we chose one and then I think we filled it up again because we did like 2 scores and we
yeah,
did all
because we
this
did 2
stuff.
scores last time.
okay,
So yeah,
But
we
still,
need
I don't
right.
want to. I don't want to choose that without everybody here. So
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
so we got
Then
an
yeah,
upgrade and we're halfway to another one.
yes.
I think. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take out the extra +1 upgrade. Just leave the original one that was there. Okay.
Yeah.
We already did tier stuff before, so I know that's taken care of. Because we had to pull everybody's money out of stash and all that kind of good stuff to pay
Yeah.
for.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Maribel, did you address a challenge with deception or influence?
Yes.
Did you do it more
Deception, at
than
least.
once?
I think I deceived a couple of times, at least twice.
2 XP.
Cool. Cool. I
Every
filled
t-
my
every
thing
twice.
again. Yay.
Yeah. And Demas, did you address a challenge with calculation or conspiracy?
I think I did both of them
Okay.
because there was the calculated risk of like trying to deceive the guards, and then there is the conspiracy aspect of like all the stuff I did.
Yeah.
As far
Okay.
as like getting blackmail. That kind of stuff.
This is good. 2 XP.
Noise.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
He did, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. I think Maribel, we touched on Maribel being fancy,
Yeah, that's true.
right? And
And
especially
knowing
like
Lizette.
Maribel being fancy and being thrown into this like extreme opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1 or 2.
I think 2 is okay there.
Cool.
What about
And
was mine 1 or 2?
You should get like at least 2.
2's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session?
I didn't.
I don't think
I
it causes any problems. Like
Okay.
I think it
Just made it easier to threaten the help. Like
yeah, it made it yeah, if anything it made it easier to do what we needed to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And nothing's new with my vice. I just keep seeing Satara. So
Satara, Maisley's dead parents. The weird thing that like played the vase like an instrument. Yeah, you've had some good ones. That's good times.
all good things.
Yes.
Good things.
Oh, all right. Then everybody is XP'd up. The crew is XP'd up. Figure out your upgrades next time. And you're out of prison. But we've got that funky time shift thing, so we still get a session or so before swapping everybody back. Or giving you the option to swap back before you have like
Before the leaders are back.
everybody just starts playing like 2 characters at a time. It just spirals out of control. It's like Milos and
before we
Demas
roll
turn out to
in
not like each other, so Ethan just spends all night arguing with himself.
Yes.
Okay.
Before we roll in and just throw a giant sack of money down on the table. Like, we broke out of prison. What have you been doing?
Yeah. For sure.
So I hear you're arguing with a demon and a vampire now. That's yeah.
Great.
Child's play.
Yeah, then that's what I got. thanks for coming out. Thanks everybody for watching. High
I love
Shelf
a good prison
Gaming.
break.
Yes. HighShelfGaming.com or Facebook and Discord, and find everybody everywhere. Events going for Gen Con Online. New episode of the podcast about Gen Con Online. And
Takes
is
3
there...
clicks to get a badge.
Yep.
So I think
Maybe 4.
And it's free.
it's free.
So
And it's free. So like,
do it.
what's your excuse?
Is there Cyberpunk Red this coming weekend?
This weekend, but I think it's Sunday because the 4th is Saturday.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's on the calendar for Saturday or for
I don't
Sunday.
think
That's
I signed
right.
up for that one either because it was already like full,
full.
unless I did. So
Yeah, I think.
I probably won't play this
Yeah,
weekend.
I did look at it the other day, and I think it's full. So there will be a Cyberpunk on Sunday, and I think there is a Vert on Sunday. So
Cool.
there will be people around, and then we'll be back here next Wednesday.
Yay!
As long as,
I think everyone's back from vacation.
Yes, and everybody will be very surprised with all the things that have happened in their absence, I'm sure.
Yes.
Casey said, so much money. And I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And that's why Demas is the leader.
We'll have this argument offline. Let's do it. Cool. Thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you guys for playing. High Shelf Gaming. Check it out. Have fun, play well.
May all your rolls be crits.
I don't
There
have
we
anything
go.
to say.
There's no pithy tagline from me.
Yes. They need another line for it. This is so stuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks everybody.
Bye.